Good morning. I'm back. Oh God, what was that noise? Good afternoon. Welcome to the photo editing stream. Oh my God. My stomach was really hurting last night, like when I was about to go to sleep. And then I woke up this morning. Oh, hell no. It was a disaster. It was an absolute disaster. It was an absolute fucking disaster, mate. Oh God. My butthole. You know what? I didn't upload that. Well, I didn't. I want to make some thumbnails before I do anything. Where have you been? My leg is itchy. Oh, my leg's been really itchy lately. I think I itched, like, scratched off a scab today. Okay, why is this being slow? Huh. Rotten Mango new video here. Who is this man's?
Hey Grace, it's Ellie. Just wanted to say hey and see how.
Hey Ellie, how you doing, girl? Fuck you.
Bada bing, bada boo.
There is a saying out there that necessity is the mother of all inventions, which is why when you see a row of cars parked in front of an apartment complex in China, and every single windshield is covered with a couch cushion that has been strapped on top of the car, duct taped around their car, you
What?
have to assume that they've done that for a very specific reason. I mean,
I
that's
guess,
telling
yeah.
people to do this. Otherwise, it just seems unnecessary. September 13th, 2025. Beijing, China is in lockdown. Everyone who can stay inside, stay inside. Anyone who can't find shelter, it's highly advised, it's highly recommended you find shelter. Even just sitting in your car probably is not going to protect you. If you have nothing but your
Hello,
car,
why is my
you might as well
Photoshop not
get in your truck.
working?
It's that bad.
Again.
Because pelting from
Oh.
the sky are
Wow.
these giant golf ball size.
Oh yeah, that's super grainy.
balls.
Holy shit.
Pieces of hail coming down at 40 miles per hour. If you get hit by one of those, you're probably going to be on the ground concussed. And if you're really unlucky, if you're young or if you're older, your bones are more brittle, you could suffer a full-on skull fracture.
Jesus
You don't wanna
Lord.
be outside. Inside is a little better, but not by much. People said it sounded like just rapid fire, gunfire coming down from the sky.
Damn, that's crazy.
It felt like the skies are mad at the residents of Beijing. It sounds like they're getting pelted by boulders. September 13th, 2025, warnings are sent out to all the residents of Beijing. A hailstorm is approaching. The wind gusts alone.
I've never been in a hailstorm.
Branches that are going to fly, whip you in the face. The entire
Damn.
city is going to be covered in a blanket of ice. It's
That's too
September
spooky.
in Beijing. Before the hailstorm, the weather is summer transitioning into fall. You need a light sweater if you get cold easily. That's the weather. And suddenly, overnight, it's going to be a polar vortex. This is
Jesus.
very unusual. There are videos of locals running around to get inside a building while screaming, "This is bizarre."
Oh my
Some reports
god.
even indicate that the
Oh!
dog-sized hail eventually
Holy
morphed into
shit.
the size of an egg, which is much larger.
Oh
One
my
resident
god.
said,
That's
"I thought
crazy.
everything was going to come crumbling down. It felt like an apocalypse was happening inside of Beijing. Cars parked on the street, eventually
Jesus.
they looked like they were wrapped in bubble wrap. But no, when you walk up closer, it's just pelted hail that's been injected into their cars, polka dotting the entire thing. People have their windshields broken, shattered. It's bad. One elderly man
Damn.
living in Beijing tells the news station, "I haven't seen anything like this in the past 50 years of living in Beijing, if not more." Another insurance company employee states to the news stations, "I had
Oh, the
50,000
insurance
calls come
company?
in. I was working
Holy
from home.
fuck.
$40 million that were reported the day of the hailstorm." The China Meteorological Administration classified this hailstorm as the most intense extreme weather event in the past decade. And then all of a sudden, when you went online, all the news about this hailstorm just starts getting deleted. It's
Deleted?
mainstream news outlets that are talking about this hailstorm. Entire
What are you gonna
segments of
pretend that
news
it didn't
will get
happen?
deleted. Comments, articles
Hello?
getting deleted.
You're
Someone said,
deleting
"I
the
posted
weather?
on social media about the damage that it did to my car, and my video got deleted. It was not against any of the social media policies. I don't know why it got deleted. I don't know what's going on."
That's
When you
so
look up
freaking
hailstorm
weird.
in Beijing, other less eventful hailstorms from Beijing are like the top searches on a lot of different platforms. So why are they deleting this random hailstorm off the internet? Why are they censoring it?
Yeah,
Why
what
is
the
it getting
fuck?
erased? And the videos that
Huh?
are still up about this hailstorm, why are the comments so weird? Usually when you have disasters like this, you have comments of people saying, "Well, this is how I prepared. This is how you need to prepare. Oh, the apocalypse is coming." You'll have some of those, but all the comments are filled with these very cryptic, roundabout, "Let it rain. Let it rain."
Let it
What does
rain.
that mean?
Let the
Another comment
rain
reads, "Let's
fall
not just
down.
wait. Let the skies pour down so everyone remembers."
Let it
Other people are
wash
saying,
away
"This is
my
the revenge that is
identity.
coming." What does that mean?
What
And
are
then
you
2 days
talking
later,
about,
September
bro?
15th, 2025, a huge part of China is covered in what netizens call the devil's eyes. They say for an entire
The devil's
weekend,
eyes.
it just felt like an apocalypse was happening in the entire country.
Huh?
These little clouds are coming in, and it feels like the devil's eyes are coming this close to the Earth's surface and just staring at all of the citizens. There is a science explanation. It's still kind of creepy. They're called asperitas clouds, but it's when the entire sky is filled with this blanket of clouds, and they're thick, dark, gray, bubbly clouds. Nothing about it is just foggy. It's not overcast. You can't see any part of the sun. You can't even see a sliver
Make
of
a thumbnail
blue
for the
skies.
Yakuza
It just
streams.
feels like the best way to describe it is
Sai.
imagine the ocean going through Bermuda's Triangle, going through Drake's
Saijima.
Passage during the biggest turbulent storm in the ocean, and put that on top of you. That's what the sky looks like. It looks angry. Some people say it looks like devil's eyes because it's not flat. It almost feels like there's these vortex boils coming down closer to the earth, and they look close, and they look like they're trying to eat up earth.
这个太可怕了。
All the Chinese netizens, they're taking pictures, they're taking videos, they're asking mainstream media to talk about it, they're leaving comments of like, "Heaven is mad at us." Why else does it feel apocalyptic? It feels like a warning, it feels like a message. That is how everyone in China takes it. But what's interesting
Where
is,
have you
even when you look at
been?
the clouds, in China there's a few
I've never
articles about it,
seen
but in America, all you
you.
can find is this state-run news website. So typically when you look up events that are happening in China, you obviously have the ones that are so big that even American media will cover it, or UK BBC will cover it. But then you also have events that are semi-big, and you have all these different Chinese networks that are covering it, and you can read it in English. But this one, you look up September 15th, 2025, clouds in China. All you get is this one article from a state-run news website showing clouds from
I'm
a
gonna
very
do
different province.
this because
And
this
it
really
reads,
freaked me
"After
out.
an autumn rain on Monday, multiple scenic areas of Jiangjiaji
Zhangjie.
National Forest Park in central China's Hunan province were adorned with a breathtaking sea of
This
clouds,
was such a weird
creating an
scene.
ethereal atmosphere
Why did they
reminiscent
do
of a
this?
fairyland.
Hmm.
These look like normal clouds. I mean, it's beautiful, but they look like normal clouds, and that's definitely not the clouds that people were focused on September 15th,
Did
2025
I
in
fucking
China.
try to make it spooky?
So why are the main news sources in China, when you look that up, about this random cloud event that nobody cared about? It doesn't make any sense. Censorship in China is a very big political topic that I don't think I would be well equipped enough to speak on, and there is some sort of method to the censorship. Obvious and clear criticism against
Is
the
this weird if I
government will
do this
usually be
scene?
censored. Jokes
It is
against
a
the
weird scene.
administration will typically be
Like,
censored.
what was the
Any mistakes made
fucking...
by the
Like, it's such
administration,
a
I mean, this
gross,
is
weird
pretty
scene.
common in most countries, will either there will be
It
attempts to
really
cover
did
it up,
shock
or
me.
it will kind of get buried, or in this case, censored. But why would they censor a hailstorm and clouds? Is it because Chinese netizens believe that both events, the hail and the clouds, are the heavens taking revenge? Because 4 days before
The heavens taking
2 days
revenge.
before the hailstorm, September 11th, 2025,
Huh?
a famous Chinese actor suspiciously dies in Beijing. Yu Menglong falls to his death from this very expensive high-rise building. It's a residential apartment building, but he falls from the 5th floor of a unit that does not belong to him. This is not his apartment. And the police, they investigate, and very quickly, within hours, they rule out all foul play. They say that he was drunk. This is his friend's apartment. He came for a dinner party with like a dozen other people. And he got drunk and he fell from the 5th floor and he died. It is a tragic accident. They don't investigate the over a dozen people at the party. They don't investigate further into his death. In fact, they just start censoring anybody who has questions online about Yu Menglong's passing. Why are you censoring that? And a few days later, when the hailstorm hits and the cloud storm hits, all the comments read, "Heaven and earth are weeping and grieving together for Yu Menglong's death. The injustice that happened to Yu Menglong has angered the heavens, and China is going to change. God is watching over us. Heaven will give you justice, Yu Menglong." Yu Menglong was tortured so badly that he was killed, and the heavens are mad. The anger and wrath of Yu Menglong's injustice is being depicted in Mother Nature. And that leads
How do you
the
feel
government
seen?
to censoring
Like that?
a good half
Seance?
of the news about this seemingly unrelated hailstorm and cloud storm. But like, why would the government do that?
For some
Why
reason, I
would
always
they go
get weird
so
with
far to
this.
censor the news of literal hailstorms, natural disasters,
The hell?
natural weather events? Are they saying that this is all connected to Yu Menglong? Are they saying that this is revenge by the heavens? Like, why would they be censoring that? Who would they even be protecting by censoring this news? Why does it seem like all of China believes that Yu Menglong's death was not an accident? Why won't the authorities just reopen and reinvestigate? Who are they protecting? The over a dozen people at the party that day? Then who are those people? How are they connected to the government? And are all the conspiracies true? That he was tortured before his death, that he swallowed a USB containing government secrets, and that his mom is now missing, that there is now a video being sold, a video that was taken by one of the partygoers of Yu Menglong being tortured to death, that it's being sold online for $100,000, or that they killed his dog in front of him to get him to comply, or that his entire career since 2020 has been controlled by wealthy executives that wanted a lot more from him. How can anyone even decipher what is true, what is not true, if everything is getting deleted and censored? Even his entire existence, it feels like it's soon going to be wiped. So what really happened to Yu Menglong?
Noah and I are figuring out how to be a we.
Ew. Part of being in a relationship is dealing with these issues, and we will.
We would like to thank today's sponsors who have made it possible for Rotten Mango to support the New York Immigration Coalition. They're an advocacy organization that represents over 200 immigrant and refugee rights groups throughout New York. And this episode's partnerships have also made it possible to support our growing team. And we'd also like to thank you guys as we work on our mission to be worthy advocates. as always, full show notes are available at rottenmangopodcast.com. We will be linking a signature petition on the website demanding justice for Yu Menglong, and there are tons of disclaimers for this case. There are sensitive topics such as brief mentions of self-exit, corruption,
I think this is
drugging,
good
physical
enough.
assault, and essay.
Jesus
This case takes
Christ.
place in China, and we had our professional translators working around the clock to gather all the information for this case. Even then, we had multiple discussions on whether or not we could even cover this case in these videos. Frankly, censorship was a big hindrance in the researching of this case. The information out there is largely unverified, limited. It's constantly getting deleted. It's constantly getting re-uploaded, disproven, and just cannot be traced back to a single credible source. I think the problem is with cases like this, there is a strong hesitancy to talk about it because the last thing that we want to do is spread unconfirmed rumors, to indirectly, accidentally cast
Is that how you
doubt
spell
onto someone
extremely?
who may have no involvement.
I don't know how to
anything
spell.
nefarious is also a fear of ours. But we think that's
Huh?
exactly why this case needs to be talked about. It is highly unlikely that any new
Yeah,
information
that
will
is,
come out
right?
that is verified. It is highly unlikely that the police are going to start listening and verifying or denying which rumors are true and which ones are not with fact-based evidence. It is highly, highly unlikely that anything will be done as of right now towards figuring out what actually happened to Yu Menglong on an official level, which means with time, people could just stop talking about Yu Menglong.
Conform.
So that's why we're making this episode,
Come
even
fr-
though
oh.
I'm going to tell you right now,
Confront.
nothing in this episode is confirmed. I mean, truly nothing. Take this video
Come-
as the only thing that
That's
I can
also
tell you
wrong.
with full confidence is that Yu Menglong, a famous, beloved Chinese actor with over 25 million followers, so a big actor, is dead. And the facts around his death are very suspicious in my opinion. And the government and the police, they're behaving even more suspiciously. And that's it. I can't confirm with certainty really anything else about this case. So to err on the side of caution, just assume that everything other than the fact that Yu Menglong is dead and that everything about his passing is being censored, everything really outside of those two facts, we don't know anything. And as of right now, legally, nobody has been detained, convicted, or has spoken out.
I don't know how to
Everything is
spell this dude
alleged.
name.
Legally speaking, his death has
Sai.
been ruled an accident, even though nobody believes that. And I will say that the conspiracies here, they range from believable to some of them seem
His
initially
name starts
very
with A.
far-fetched. They're very intense. They seem like they would come out of a movie or a novel. And they're very grim, but they're very specific and they're dark. And I will say that even dealing with conspiracy theories in America, oftentimes reality is not that dark. Sometimes it's not that deep. Sometimes the conspiracies just have a life of its own and it snowballs into something so dark and so crazy that it's so unbelievable. And then you have times where conspiracies are so dark, so unbelievable, so bad, and then the truth is so much worse. So like we don't know what the case is here. So with that disclaimer, I know it doesn't really have to be stated, but do your own research, come to your own conclusions. That is highly recommended for this particular case. And lastly, there will be a few clips throughout this episode that allegedly capture Yu Menglong's last moments alive. These are audibly more graphic. There's not really anything visually graphic, so we will have an audible disclaimer before each clip is played to give you a moment to fast forward if you want to skip these portions. Additionally, I want to make it clear, like we are not including these clips as just to showcase Yu Menglong's last moments allegedly before he passed, but these clips are the only.
Alright, I have
the
to do
only
a
alleged
thumbnail for this
evidence
one.
that
What
Yu
happened to
Menglong
this
was
one?
tortured. Or like direct evidence from that night, allegedly. It's not just to showcase his last moments. It's like, this is what people are holding on to, and this is what people are saying authorities need to keep investigating. I do believe that this video is going to be age restricted, potentially just naturally suppressed by the algorithms, but I just want to include as much of
this.
information as possible.
His mouth is
because
crazy.
it's messy out there. And if this does end up getting censored to the point where, because sometimes it happens, there will be an uncensored version or a less censored version, the video podcast on Spotify under Rotten Mango Video. So with that being said,
Rotten Mango
let's get
Video on
started.
Spotify.
September 12th, 2025, a list starts circulating. And there's dozens of names on there. High-profile celebrities, very wealthy producers, directors, executives in the entertainment industry, and almost overnight, this is a witch hunt. This list is getting dropped into forums, random group chats. Best hiking equipment forum, this list has been dropped. Group chats of school moms for pickup, this list has been getting dropped. The
The
comment
fuck?
sections of videos that have nothing to do with this,
Shut-
people going fishing.
Let me
This list is
just.
getting dropped. People are copying and pasting and dumping this list anywhere that they can, and just as quickly as this list gets dumped everywhere, entire comment sections are getting deleted. Entire forums are getting deleted. Entire accounts are being suspended. It's like having a glass cup on the table. Someone keeps coming in there and dumping this list, dumping water in there. Someone walks up, dumps it back out, and it keeps happening nonstop. But whoever is pouring the water, whoever's dumping this list, the group of people, they are working much faster because the list is getting out there and people are on a witch hunt on social media. They are looking for the accounts of every single person on this list. They are leaving comments on their social media pages. You're gonna rot for what you did. Just you wait. Even the heavens are pissed. You deserve to be in jail and we're gonna make sure you get there. You can't hide forever. Where are you? It almost feels like
Damn.
a Chinese Epstein list of sorts, with everyone on social media trying to spread the list around, figuring out when each person was proven to become a member of this list, what evidence is there.
Yo,
for them
this
to be
dude's
on
face was
list. People are
crazy.
trying to create mass threads, and there's videos
His
and
face was
pictures
insane.
of them attached to the whole thing. See, that's them. You can see them in the back of this video where Yu Menglong is, and this is like a phone strap that they were using from a week ago, and like this whole thing. This list is basically career death. One famous singer whose name is on that list, he goes from being relatively successful to just selling 15 tickets for his next upcoming concert. 15 tickets. Most people could invite their family members and
Jesus.
sell more than 15 tickets without being a household name. Celebrities have been accused of cheating on their spouses, committing crimes against women, and they still...
that singer had to cancel the concert because he only sold 15 tickets.
Like, this list is very serious. I mean, to give you context, you've seen it. Celebrities have been accused of cheating on their spouses. Celebrities have been accused of committing crimes against women, and they'll still have hundreds, if not thousands, of fans show up to their concert. This
What should
guy
I
had
say?
15 concert tickets sold? What the hell did the people on this list do to get this type of reception? They were there that night when Yu Menglong died. They were all at the dinner party that ended
Tis.
when Yu Menglong's life
Man.
ended.
What's your favorite scary movie?
It's a scream, baby.
Take a fat shit.
A mountain of movies on Paramount Plus.
In Beijing,
Get this
China,
shit outta
near
here.
the financial district, there is a compound of apartment buildings. Ironically, they're called the Sunshine Upper East Compound. It's just a cluster of
What's
these
the
very tall
Japanese
apartment
word for
buildings,
poop?
all centered around these little pockets of gardens, which if you live in a city like Beijing, living in a building with a large residential park is probably the easiest way to show that you have money. It's said that the
Uncle.
cluster of buildings, the
Is it
Sunshine
really?
Upper East Compound, there's at least 50 celebrities that live
Unchi?
in this compound. It's a very high-end residential area. A bunch of wealthy retired couples, business executives, government officials. Naturally, all the entry points into the compound are typically controlled. There's 24-hour management, security on site. They have CCTV cameras throughout all the buildings. Nothing really happens at Sunshine Upper East Compound. Like, really. I will say the biggest problem that Sunshine Upper East Compound had in recent years was a bigger, better, more upscale building opened up across the street, so a lot of the celebrities left. All the high-profile residents were
Harder
moving out.
stools.
That was the biggest problem. Until September 11th, 2025, 5:10 a.m.
Why is it
And
always
by
September
most
11th?
accounts, this is what happened. An older woman, potentially grandma aged, so they call her the grandma. She's walking her husky, her big dog, and her husky starts barking, pulling her towards building 18 of this compound. So she's still inside of this private building area, but towards building 18. She doesn't live in building 18, so she's pulling the dog away, but the husky is just dead set on going to building 18. She walks over there, because this is the husky's walk, and she sees a man laying there face down outside of building 18. It's 5 in the morning. It's still dark. She's a grandma. I don't know how well her eyesight works. She initially thinks,
I need a
"Guys,
poop
someone
font.
passed out outside the apartment building." She's thinking, what has this good neighborhood turned to? What's going on? She tisk tisk shakes her head, walks off. Then she does another circle around the buildings, and by this point, the sun has come up. And her little husky is going crazy again, dragging her towards building 18, towards the spot where that man was lying previously. And he's still there. And this time, with the light, with better vision, she sees that there is a lot of blood all over the pavement. This man is not drunk. Something happened to this man. So she starts freaking out, and she allegedly quotes, he was wearing clothes and he looked very dressed, well dressed and clean. And that's when someone comes down. This is a direct quote from an interview that was done. Someone comes down, a man, and this man is saying that this dead man is his friend. He takes off his shirt and he covers the man on the ground with it.
朋友下来说这个死者是他的朋友，然后他就把自己的衣服脱了。人家说我怕你跟我朋友盖上嘛，他就把衣服给他盖上面。人家这死者还穿着清清爽爽的衣服，穿得好好。
She says that the police were called to the complex at 6:02 a.m., but she was not the one to make the call. It appears by most accounts that the security working the building was the one to make the call. But she thought it was weird that the guy just took off his top and covered his friend and said, "That's my friend." Now, there is another audio recorded interview with one of the other alleged neighbors, and there's a chance that these recordings are fake. I don't think that will be true. There's a chance that they're not, and it sounds pretty legitimate from listening to it. We had our Chinese researchers listen to. I even played it for my husband too, because I was like, "Can you tell me if this sounds legitimate?"
Yeah.
It sounds legit.
Yeah, I can see it totally.
So the neighbor states that she's been there pretty much since the police initially show up, and she's telling the person interviewing her, recording, that she was just hanging around to see what was going on, and there was just a ton of police activity. She's getting little bits and bobs and little pieces of information from all the other neighbors who were all standing around trying to investigate. And by this point, she had already found out that Yu Menglong is the one that's deceased. It seems like she either knows Yu Menglong from being from around the area. Perhaps it's not his first time visiting. Perhaps she knows him personally, or she knows him as a fan. I'm not sure, but she sticks around to make sure that the police are there. She's like, just want to make sure that they're trying to figure out what
just fucking around.
She says early in the morning, the police were very busy. So like 7 a.m., they're going in and out of the building. They're collecting fingerprints. They're very meticulously
emojis in there.
and collecting every little piece of evidence. It feels highly organized. It seems like they're taking this death investigation
that's cute.
incredibly seriously.
在里面剪指纹。非常细致的在弄那些指纹。
She says that she felt at ease knowing that they're doing everything that they can to investigate intently, and they're going to get to the bottom of this. Then they go inside the building to the unit that Yu Menglong allegedly fell out of on the 5th floor. And they're likely talking to whoever Yu Menglong was visiting that night, because he doesn't live in this building. And that guy allegedly came down to say, "That's my friend." So they're interviewing him, and who else is there? And she says eventually around 11:30 a.m., police come back down. By this point, news had broken online about Yu Menglong's death. And I'm assuming that everybody at the apartment building just loitering to see what's going on. I'm sure they're also looking online, because that's exactly what you would do. You try to see if any news updates are going on online before they're happening in person. And she says news broke of his passing. A famous paparazzi man, which, side note, he is known to be rather credible. So regardless of how you feel about tabloids and paparazzi, he is known in China to be someone with very solid information. He comes out to post, breaking the news that Yu Menglong has passed. The post reads, 11:25 a.m., September 11, 2025. Today,
I want to keep
received
this,
news that
but
Yu Menglong,
it's weird.
star of Eternal Love and Go Princess Go, fell to his death in Beijing today.
Go
A
Princess
source close to the
Go.
matter told us that Yu Menglong had dinner with 5 to 6 friends at a friend's house on September 10th. Around 2 a.m. on September 11th, Yu Menglong went to a spare bedroom and locked the door to go to sleep. Around 6
How
a.m.,
do I
his
make a
friends left the
copy on
party
this?
without
I don't
seeing
even
him.
know.
They went downstairs and
I'm just
discovered
gonna
his
put
body
another
on
one
the
here.
pavement. A neighbor walking their dog saw him and called the police. It is reported that Yu Menglong had 2 Rolex watches in his pocket that belonged to his friends, and the screen mesh covering the window from which Yu Menglong fell out of was opened by Yu Menglong. Police have ruled out a criminal case, but the specific cause of death is still under investigation. This was posted first, before any official studio or police or really anyone releases a statement of Yu Menglong's passing. But the neighbor that's been recorded in that interview, she says when the police came back down from inside the building, she was getting pissed. Because it's 11:30, she just saw the paparazzi man post this. They said, "No criminal activity? What do you mean? Like, you were just taking fingerprints. Why were you taking fingerprints if there's no criminal activity? So she's thinking to herself, and you just got here. I just saw you. I mean, yeah, you were working hard, but you weren't working that hard. How can you conclude that there's no foul play? She's very upset, so she's not about to leave. She just saw what was posted, and she starts confronting the police. And she's like, I don't know what y'all are doing, but you guys cannot conclude that there was no foul play within that short span of time. She explained she's kind of freaking out to the police officers, and a nice hat, that's what they call the police in China, hats, because they wear hats. A nice hat pulls her to the side to try and figure out why she won't leave. Like, are you okay? Is everything okay? And she tells them, the citizens are upset. What do you mean you ruled out foul play? You guys just got here. How can you rule that out in a few hours? We're all very angry about this. These are direct quotes from the interview.
其中有一个帽子就非常善良，他就偷偷的把我拉到一边了。我说你们几个小时就定性了，我说我们现在都民愤了。
The nice cop is confused. We never said that we determined what happened. We're still investigating this case. Well, how long is it going to take? We will give the public an answer, but we have to wait. It shouldn't take much longer. All those people, his friends, are they just going to get away with it? So remember that list of over a dozen people that were reportedly at the party that night when Menglong died. She's talking about that list. And it seems like when the neighbors are talking, it seems like they kind of have an idea of what happened that night to some degree. She's saying all the people that he was with, are they going to get investigated? They have been detained. The officer tells her they have been detained. You have no idea how many people we've arrested already. Is it because he's a celebrity that you care so much? No, it's because he's a very kind person. If he had been tortured by an old pervert, we want to fight for justice for him. He deserves justice. Oh, well, he's been arrested as well. So many things are odd about this conversation. First of all, she clearly knows
Alright,
something
I
that
think
we don't
these
know
are
because she's
good.
asking, are all these people, are they going to get away with it? Now, many neighbors later report that they heard screaming and fighting all night long leading up to Menglong's death. So some people think that they knew that he was and there was lots
Let's
of
see how the
screaming. This is
dashboard's doing.
abnormal for their apartment building.
Watch time is
There was
going up.
Lots of threats being
That's
screamed.
good.
Clearly, they wake up the next morning and there's Yu Menglong and he's deceased. It must be connected, so of course you want justice.
I feel like the
She later
views are
tells
going
another
down
person
though.
interviewing her, everyone in the neighborhood knows what happened here.
Alright, let
Okay?
me get rid of
Everyone
these
knows the sound
pictures.
blocking is very bad in this neighborhood. The units are not that new. They're actually much older. The distance between the buildings is pretty close. If someone screams, everyone can hear. She also indicates
Alright, let's
other
actually
things that she
start
thought was weird.
editing
In fact,
pictures.
we don't have a fourth floor. This is her saying it. So a lot of people are reporting that he fell from the 6th floor. The unit in question has a 6 in front of it, so it indicates it's on the 6th floor. But this apartment building, like a lot of buildings in Asia,
Yeah, they don't have a fourth floor,
because of
which is so
superstition.
weird.
4 sounds like death. So they don't have a 4th floor. But
Yeah,
technically,
how do you not have a
it
floor
says
if you just
6 on
skip
the
that
door.
floor?
This is the 5th
There has to be
floor.
something on
So
that
he fell
floor. You
from the
can't keep
5th
going
floor,
up.
And that's a pretty short distance. She says she stood there watching for a really long time because she's like, how does someone fall from the 5th floor and pass away? Like, how do you even fall from that kind of distance? The window, I mean, maybe it seems low. Maybe he's really tall. The window is not even a balcony. It's like a window that he fell out of. And like there was a net.
Still
And you'd
die
have to
from the
jam
5th
through it. Like,
floor.
you really have to push it open to get through. Like, how did he do that? She says, I stood there for a really long time watching because none of it was making any sense. And then she says, another thing that I noticed was I saw a bunch of cops inside the apartment, the unit in question.
Dun
And I saw
dun
that they
dun
were
dun.
moving around
Dun
a
dun
lot. They
dun
were
dun dun dun
reenacting
dun
all
dun.
sorts of motions.
Her face in this is hilarious.
What motion was the most plausible in what could have happened? One motion was
I
one
think
cop
this one's
standing
pretty
there looking
good.
out the
Let's
window,
edit this.
and another
Oh,
cop
poop. Pip.
kicks him very hard from behind, is like simulating a very hard kick, projecting him out of the window. From what
Jesus.
she could tell from downstairs is that looked like the most accurate portrayal of all the different simulations that they've been doing. That looked like the only one that made sense because there's also marks inside and outside the building. The window that he fell from, there's marks on the side. I mean, just all of it. This is the most viable option. He was kicked, so he plummets to his death. That's what she thought until she saw the paparazzi man post that online. Police have ruled out a criminal case, but the specific cause of death is still under investigation. If someone kicks him, causing him to crash out the window to his death, that's a criminal case, no? And it's believable that the paparazzi guy knows what he's talking about because nobody outside this apartment complex, nobody online, not even Menglong's
Where is my
agency
Discord
or
on
the
here?
police
Why
have
do I always
confirmed
lose
that
it?
Yu Menglong has passed away. But the one
Ah.
thing that stuck out to her the most about that whole conversation with the police officer, and she told the interviewer, and she's been thinking about it for days, like she thinks about it when she lays down at night, is she said, the old pervert. There's an old pervert that she mentions.
看很多谣传，就是说他被折磨，什么有一个老变态嘛。然后那个帽子就忽然接了我一句，我觉得也很意外。他说他已经被拘谋起来了。那我就回来想半天，那就说明有这么一个人啊。
She's talking about one of the partygoers. It seems that she has believed that this partygoer is an old pervert before any of this happened. She mentioned that to the cop, and he said, "Oh yeah, we detained him." So why are you detaining people if there's no criminal case? And also, how do you know exactly who she's talking about?
Yes. How did you know that there is someone is an old pervert?
Exactly.
That's
And
crazy.
that he's been detained? Interesting. And then within a few days, the case is considered officially closed, with what authorities claim are no signs of foul play. This is an accidental death. If you were not present the day all of this happens, the rest of the world, the internet, initially, you only know three things. First, the very first statement released to the public is made by the paparazzi man. September 11th, 11:25. Again, he states, Yu Menglong, one of the lead actors of Eternal Love and Go Princess Go, died today in Beijing after falling from the building. According to someone who knows the situation, on September 10th, Yu Menglong had dinner at a friend's house with 5 to 6 friends. After 2 a.m. on September 11th, he went to retire in a bedroom, a spare bedroom, locked the door, went to sleep. Around 6 a.m., the gathering breaks up. They don't check up on him, they go downstairs, and they discover his body. A neighbor walking their dog also sees the body, calls the police. It was said that Yu Menglong had 2 of his friends' Rolex watches in his pocket and had opened the window's mesh screen. Police have ruled out foul play, but are still investigating the exact cause of death. Then, almost exactly an hour later, the same paparazzi man edits his original post. And he takes out 2 things. He takes out the part about Yu Menglong having 2 Rolexes in his pockets. And he takes out the part that Yu Menglong opened the mesh screen.
Huh.
Which is strange. Then at 2 p.m., the paparazzi man makes another post, which reads, "This morning, we received news that Yu Menglong had fallen to his death in Beijing. Upon arriving at the residential complex where the incident occurred, we saw that the screen window on the 5th floor of the building had been damaged." We later interviewed the residential complex staff who confirmed that the man who fell to his
Nobody's
death
live on
was
Twitch,
indeed
nobody's live on
celebrity Yu
YouTube.
Menglong. The
Should I
incident
post on
occurred
here?
at 5 a.m. on the 11th of September.
Yeah, I don't
He
really.
fell from the 5th floor and drank instantly on the concrete pavement.
Discord's
Then
fucking
for 4
scare me,
hours,
bro.
it's radio silence. By this
I don't
point, there are a
trust
lot of
Discord.
people, fingers crossed,
I don't trust
hoping
people
that
on
maybe
there.
the paparazzi man got it wrong for once, and that Yu Menglong is still alive. 6:44
Oh, I need to get rid of that
Yu
fucking
Menglong's
forehead
account
mic.
gives a very vague official announcement of his death. With deep sorrow, we must tell everyone our beloved Yu Menglong has passed away on September 11th, 2025, after falling from a building. After police investigation, criminal involvement has been ruled out. May the departed rest in peace and may the living stay strong. This is when all hell breaks loose. Because first of all, this feels like the first official confirmation that he's gone. He's deceased. So now, coupled with the shock and the grief that a lot of fans are feeling, everybody's confused about how vague this is. The studio mentions nothing about, what do you mean a fall from a building? Knowing how Asian celebrities are treated, there was an initial wave of people wondering, was it self-exit? But then why would they not have said that? And also, if it's true that Yu Menglong is deceased, that means the original post from the paparazzi man is very true. So then you would have to assume that, right? Because they're the first ones to break the news, which means, okay, so then there's a dinner party that 5 or 6 people had gone to? How do you rule out criminal suspicion when there's a whole dinner party that he died at? And like, who are the 5 to 6 people? I mean, the questions are just growing. Like, how did he fall?
I guess I
Why
should
did he fall? Was
post
it a
on
self-exit? Was it
Discord.
an accident? Was it a murder?
How do you have 2 Rolexes in the pocket?
Yeah, and why did the paparazzi man delete that?
Yeah.
Like, who are these friends? And how do you know the Rolexes were his friends' Rolexes? Additionally, even more puzzling is this agency that is putting out this very public statement, official statement of Yu Menglong's passing. This agency was created by Yu Menglong and was voluntarily dissolved. It doesn't exist anymore, legally speaking. Like, you open up a company and then you close the company. You voluntarily dissolve it. It is no longer in operation. And this has been voluntarily dissolved months ago by Yu Menglong. It's not supposed to be an operation, and it hasn't been for months. And then suddenly they're coming back to announce his passing.
Who's running this, right? Like, who's posting this?
Exactly. And who are they to say that there's no foul play involved? But it's not the most alarming thing in the world. Like, maybe this is a case of really, really bad miscommunication. Vague for no purpose other than, okay, why are they being vague? So netizens start asking these types of questions on social media, at the Beijing police, at everyone that's involved, asking very casual questions of like, how do you know there's no foul play? How do you know? Do you know who was at the party? Did you investigate everyone thoroughly? These are very normal questions considering this is a high
You can hear that.
celebrity that has passed. And all those questions get instantly deleted. In fact, other than the initial messages of rest in peace Menglong, any other questions, any concerns, any wonders about the investigation being thorough, not thorough, all getting deleted. Just to give you context, every social media platform in China, obviously, like America, has their own user guidelines, meaning you can't just post whatever you want. Certain content is going to get off the platform. The platform itself usually takes it down or suppresses it. But these questions are not going against any content guidelines, but they're still getting deleted across social media platforms, not just one platform, but all of them, which can only mean one thing, that in order to delete anyone's questioning of Yu Menglong's death, that order is coming from the higher ups in the government. It is also believed that in order to censor to this degree across platforms, even comments, not just articles, but
All right, let's see if that
comments,
does anything.
it is believed that whoever sent down this order has to either be the head of state or at least part of the Politburo,
Did I?
which is the highest level of
Oh,
the
yeah, I
government
guess
in
I
China.
did.
You're talking about like the highest 25
Slay,
government
slay,
leaders
slay,
and senior
slay.
party leaders. You have to be one of the top 30 most powerful individuals in the entire nation to be able to censor news like this. Why
Ooh.
are they involved in the passing of a Chinese actor? What does this have to do with them? Unless it has everything to do with them. Here's what is somewhat confirmed. Yu Menglong is 37 years old, and on September 11th,
Damn, that's so
2025,
sad. He's so
he
young.
reportedly fell to his death from the 5th floor of a residential building in Beijing. He's at a dinner party with his friends. The apartment that he fell to his death from allegedly is not owned by him. It is his friend's apartment. He falls to his death and he's discovered the next morning. At first, the conspiracy is that this was a self-exit. I mean, I guess people were thinking about how stressful and depressing life is in general, how celebrities are often overworked in places like China. I mean, this would not be
They
the most
are overworked
unheard
in
of
China.
situation to happen. However, it is very
And,
hard.
you know,
Netizens cannot
that
apply
area.
logic here. Netizens argue that based on what we know about Yu Menglong, which sure, you could say we know nothing because nobody on the internet really knows a celebrity. It's just parasocial. But still,
Yeah.
based off of how he presents himself and just normal human behavior and psychology, netizens are questioning, why would Yu Menglong go to a friend's dinner party and then decide to self-exit at his friend's house? And also,
Yeah,
this
that's
was
weird.
the initial theory that police were running with. Like, why would the police even think that this is a theory?
Yeah, exactly. On 5th floor too.
Yeah,
it just
why would he
doesn't make
go
sense.
to a friend's dinner party and then decide to self-exit? Psychologically and
Yeah, that doesn't
statistically
make any
speaking,
sense.
People tend to want to have maximum privacy to avoid interruption and intervention. This doesn't make any sense.
It
He
don't.
also left his two beloved dogs. a Corgi and a
No.
French bulldog, which we will talk about later because there are reports that people have seen videos of them being killed by the same people at the dinner party. We're gonna get into that. There's just a lot. It's too
Yo, what's
messy to
going
do
on
all
at this
once.
party,
Now,
bro?
he leaves them. He doesn't leave a note. He doesn't text anyone, please care for my dogs. He doesn't tell anyone what he wants to happen to his dogs, who he
Oh my
wants to take care
God.
of his dogs. Because typically, I mean, that's a big thing. He loves his dogs. And if you don't leave certain notes, they could be sent to animal control. They could be put down. He doesn't do any of that. He just goes to his friend's house on the 5th floor. I mean, some say 6th floor, but it's technically the 5th floor. And he decides to self-exit. It doesn't make sense. The guest bedroom does not even have a balcony. It's just a window. So he's going to open the window, remove the mesh screen, and then self-exit, again, from the 5th floor. Psychologically and statistically
So I got
speaking,
get rid of this. Fucking, I hate the mics that they put on the forehead. It's so
A
weird.
lot of people who make these very impossible choices, a lot of them, statistically speaking, psychologically speaking, have a great concern for the amount of impact on people, their loved ones. So at a friend's house just does not seem like it's plausible. But also they have something called perceived lethality. It's unfortunately a very big thing. There's a strong psychological need for certainty about the outcome. Fifth floor does not make sense statistically. People are even questioning how he even passed by falling from the 5th floor. Nobody believes that Yu Menglong had self-exited under these conditions.
We are beautiful. All of us. Okay, so why do I need to buy makeup if I'm beautiful? Fuck you, Ulta. Get this shit out of my fucking...
The police, they originally decide that he had self-exited, and they very quickly decide, actually, it's an accidental death. It's not a self-exit, it's an accidental death.
crashed out for a second there, I'm sorry.
He got too drunk at this dinner party with his friends. And because he was so drunk, he went into the spare bedroom to sleep it off, sober up, and he opened the window, and then he
Let's continue on to what the fuck I'm doing
as
here.
he's opening up the window, that's a time where he could have also stumbled and fallen out the window, plummeting to his passing.
Calculate it.
It makes sense, right?
Clean.
Until you see the picture of the window. Until you see exactly what the window looks like. The bedroom windows are long and rectangular. It almost looks like a standing mirror. Like that. But the window itself has 2 separate panels. Just cut in the middle. So the bottom panel, which is
I had no idea this even happened.
Very dangerous. It's not a balcony, it's just a window.
It's crazy how there's so much going on, like in China and like all these other countries that you just don't hear about it.
So you open this window to get fresh air. The top half opens.
It's so much.
And like maybe that's
it's too much. I can't handle it.
Open it, but he stumbles and he bursts through the mesh net and crashes down to his death. But the window opens inward, meaning he has to step away from the window to open the window. So it's not like he's pushing it out and then he falls through a mesh screen. He would have to step back into the room. Or maybe he wants to get a closer look at the window. Maybe he wants to get closer to the mesh screen because he needs to sober up. He needs fresh air. But then he trips on something and stumbles and then crashes through the mesh net and falls to the ground. Highly, highly unlikely. The window opens up at the 35-inch mark on the wall. If you are near a desk or a dining table, to give you some sort of reference, in America at least, most dining tables are around like the 30-inch mark. This is 35 inches. Yu Menglong is 180 centimeters or 5 feet 11 inches tall. Accidentally falling through the mesh and to his death is possible, but it requires specific movements. So for someone who is 5'11", the center of gravity is going to be around 39 inches.
5'11" doesn't exist, actually.
Relatively small discrepancy. The
5'11" doesn't exist. I don't know what you're talking about. 5'11", no.
A lot of residential railings in America have 36-inch height requirements. So it's just 1 more inch. He could have fallen if perhaps he was
a little louder.
leaning out the window to grab something that he dropped, but that's not the case because the mesh.
This is a fucking conspiracy, dude.
And
somebody killed that man.
Made out of like fine little like metal mesh, so it's stronger.
It's almost like a cheese grater type vibe. I mean, it's not going to hurt you, but it's metal, so it's not like the fabric mesh that most Americans are used to. So it's hard to push through that. It's hard to punch through that even. So then that would mean that he would have to trip and fall forward.
Does anybody use a sponge tool?
Break through this metal mesh barrier and then tumble to his passing without having the time. And this is a pretty skinny window.
Is anybody using is anybody out here using the sponge tool a lot? I don't think I've ever used a sponge tool.
It's not just like a giant gaping hole. That is a lot of force. He would theoretically have to be trying to ram through the window if he were doing this by himself.
Oh, fuck, I'm dodging.
Not only that.
Why do I always do that?
Window, like, yeah, you could sit there, do center of gravity calculations.
I always accidentally dodge when I'm supposed to be burning.
I'm just telling you.
And I always burn when I'm supposed to be dodging.
I've lived there for 3 years. There's just no way someone can accidentally fall off. Truly. I had a friend who is drunk, and if they're looking out my window, I'm not worried. I'm not checking up on that friend. It doesn't make any sense. None of this makes sense.
Yeah, the math ain't my thing. It really is not. Somebody killed this man and pushed him out the window. Oh, best views on what? Best views on what?
There is this purple shop pay button.
I would love to do a Spotify girly pop, but I don't have anything to sell.
Shopify, and that's my favorite. Oh yeah, Central China TV, but it's like an unfortunate acronym. But
does anybody sell prints?
He was supposed to appear there, And this is like a huge deal. Also, Yu Menglong, if you know anything about the history of his career,
I don't.
he is not a celebrity that is a diva that shows up late, that's like, oh, everyone's on set for me, you guys can wait. He is someone that is like always early. He's very good with his
Damn, they really took out a good guy.
He's
Why'd
not
they do
here
that?
to get Instagram famous. Like, he takes his craft seriously. So this is a very big deal from him. He's known to come from a humble background. He has a very incredible work ethic. It just does not sound like him at all to get drunk at all. Not even a sip of alcohol the night before this CCTV appearance. That doesn't make sense.
Hello.
There are scratch marks on the outside of the window.
What's up, Maple dude?
Neighbors
yeah, I tried to do a shout out
that have subsequently
of myself.
Down,
I shouted out myself.
Taken down, re-uploaded, and then now posted.
I don't really
to
go
lots
on
of
Discords and stuff because Discord kind of scares me a little bit.
Below this open window that Yu Menglong allegedly falls out of,
but
there
I
are
tried it.
Fingerprints and scratch marks, which would have to come from outside. And if you do the math, it looks right around where Yu Menglong's upper torso would be if he were to be dangled out of the window. If someone were holding his legs and ankles to dangle him out the window, that is where that would fall.
Dangled. Oh my god.
A video starts going viral, and then it gets deleted, and then it starts popping up again and deleted and nonstop.
Bro, what is going on in China, bruh?
It is a video claiming to be from just moments before Yu Menglong's death. The footage is dark, and there's no way to verify any of this information in any of this video. The audio, the video, if it's Yu Menglong, it's hard. I cannot tell you with any certainty. I will say it's a very disturbing clip. I will play it very quickly, and then I'm going to describe it for those who are going to skip ahead. It's sensitive in nature. Please
let me see the clip.
Skip ahead if needed.
Let me see the clip
for 30 seconds.
Let me see this clip right here. You can't really see what's happening. It's very dark. Oh my god. Oh yeah, they killed this man. Oh, 100%. Fucking Ulta commercial. Can you stop, please? Good lord, bro. They killed that man. They killed that man. 100%. Yeah.
But, it sounds like a man that sounds like Yu Menglong screaming. And this video is taken from a different building. It's almost like if I were living in a building, apartment building.
Good lord.
And I'm trying to zoom in onto maybe a building like 2 buildings away, and I'm capturing this. The unit, the lights are on, so I can see shadows, but I can't really see clearly. And it's a shadow of.
I'm surprised the person who recorded that video didn't call the police right then and there.
Almost as if he is sitting.
I would have been like, you know what?
His back is towards the window, maybe leaning up against the window, and he's resting his back there. And his legs are spread out in front of him, and his back is leaned all the way forward, slumped all the way forward.
I think this picture is pretty good on. Like, I don't really need to edit this picture that much because it's pretty good on its own.
It just seems like someone has given up. That's
Slay.
He's screaming in the video, and the best way I can describe this is, it sounds like when someone is at their end, and that's no way saying the end of their life, but at the end of something. Like, he's wailing, I have been threatened since I was young.
What does that mean?
Play me to death. I have been threatened. Once this video goes up,
what does that
mean? I mean, it sounds like Yu Menglong. It looks like the apartment that he allegedly fell out of.
I've been threatened since I was young.
Party. Who are these people? Why are they torturing him to the point of this breakdown? Who is he talking to?
Yeah, who are you
and
talking
he
to?
passes away the same night that he's being allegedly mentally tortured by a group of anonymous friends.
Their face in this is actually hilarious.
It doesn't make sense. Another insider post starts spreading that day, and it reads,
"To do this one just because I think it could be something."
To have intimate relations with Yu Menglong, but he has been refusing. That led to his death. He was blackballed from the industry, and that resulted in 5 to 6 of his friends that decided that they were going to get up on this higher-up's good side, and they set up Yu Menglong. They invited him to this so-called dinner party. They drugged him, got him drunk. He was likely essayed, R-worded, by that higher-up man. And those 2 Rolex watches were given to him by that guy to shut him up. Side note, the list with all the 17 people, I mean, these are identified people. So like this higher up that people are alluding to, originally nobody knew who, but by this point, They've all been somewhat identified, not confirmed, but identified on this list. And we're going to go in depth later because
What is going on in
every single person on that
China?
list is so suspicious, and there is so many things tying them to this event that I can't just breeze
That's a
through
long
it.
list
But it is believed that
of
one of the
people.
higher-ups that was allegedly at the party had a thing for flexing his Rolex watches all over the internet. And some have even tied these two Rolexes
I
back
hate
to him.
Rolexes.
It's
That shit
unclear
is
which
so
specific
corny.
Rolexes were allegedly found on Yu Minglong that day, if there even were. But it's hard to say if these are common models or hard to get limited edition models, so I'm not sure. But this guy loves Rolexes, not Yu Minglong, but that higher-up executive. So the post continues. It's believed
And
that the
apparently he likes
realization of what
fucking
happened, the trauma,
dudes
and the knowing that he was not able to process the trauma
against
of
their
being
will.
assaulted, that is why he was freaking out in the video. The
Jesus
post
Christ.
continues to allege no autopsy has been performed, nobody in the group has been questioned, and the immediate ruling out of a homicide suggests that whoever this man that essayed Yu Minglong is very, very powerful, very influential. Even the police do not want to investigate or get involved. All of these start circulating.
Who the fuck is
And
it?
while
Is it
people
the
are trying to dig
president?
up
Like
any
what?
other information
Is it the
about the
king,
17
the
people,
emperor,
all the dozens
kid?
of people,
Like
who the
who
police
you
are,
talking?
like everyone that's involved, there are also excavators. There is no
Huh?
shortage of excavators on the internet. This is their full-time job. They neglect their own personal lives and career goals to excavate on the internet under this
Excavate.
thinly disguised veil of keeping people accountable. I don't know. After Yu Minglong's passing, the excavators come out.
Who the
with
fuck is the
intention of holding a deceased man accountable for whatever they dig up. I don't know how their brains work. If they have one, it's very
What's
odd.
a
But they start
what's an
excavating
excavator?
Yu Minglong's past. Yu
Okay.
Minglong has always been a very
Is that a
private
new term?
celebrity. He doesn't seem to like posting online about what he's wearing, who he's dating, where he's traveling, or just lots of personal details. He will do enough for a celebrity to give his viewers and fans what they want to see, but he seems very, very private.
Good for
All we
him.
even really know about his family is that he
Well, he's
seems to
dead,
be the
so
only
I don't know.
child.
Maybe he
And
should have
what he
been more
mentioned in
open.
an interview once is that he says that his parents are basically the epitome of love. His mom would
Ooh, I
lovingly
like
joke with
that.
his dad that he's gaining weight and he's getting that middle-aged belly. But she's joking, and he wants to be attractive for his wife, so he starts going to the gym, even takes it so far he becomes a fitness coach. That's
Okay.
really it. We
Damn.
know that he graduated from the Beijing Performing Arts Academy, but it takes a lot of money to get your name and face out there, or even just to have the right connections to be in the right rooms where the deals are actually signed. He doesn't have that. So he starts auditioning for all of these different reality shows, and his breakout show is actually Superboy. He ends up placing top 10.
Oh.
This is an idol-making show, primarily focused on singing and dancing, and although Yu Minglong later goes on to be an actor, he's pretty good at singing.
Oh, but
When he sings, the judge on the show say, it's very interesting. He has such a soft voice, but it's soulful. It's like this weird, addicting juxtaposition of sounding so soft and young, but also sounding like you've seen a lot of stuff. You've experienced life. Like, that is a hard combination. And then his attitude, it's just humble yet determined. He tells producers that this
What's
was
going
his second show that he
on?
was on.
Okay,
and
good.
the first one he didn't do well, but quote, I believe that if I keep trying, one day I will find a stage that's truly mine. Ironically, one of the very last songs that he sings on that show before officially starting his career in the industry, he sings a well-known song called The Sky is Dark. Notable lyrics include, The sky is dark, it's about to rain. This was the kind of world I was looking for. However, running headfirst, I was misunderstood. I was cheated. Is this the unseen world of adults? At crossroads, which I am
Poor
forced to face every
boy. Oh
day,
my
I miss the
God. What did y'all
innocence and
do to this
love me
child?
through relatively small happiness of the past. The sky is wide, yet unable to be seen
What
clearly.
if I did like
Suddenly,
really
I look forward to the sky
intense
falling with quiet
blackness?
rain. Everything will calm
Meow.
down eventually. Now, I really feel
I
like
kind of
I'm
like
going
it.
home.
小时候，吵闹任性的时候，我的外婆也会唱歌后，我以为这就是我所追求的世界。
Like how it's just the audio and not like the music, because it's copyright. But they wanted to show his voice. Oh my God!
It's
I can't believe
insane,
this
and
happened to
feels
this
like this was his
this
final
fucking
song
kid.
before going into the entertainment
fucked
industry,
up.
which is known to be really dark. After concluding the show Superboy, he goes on to sign with a state-run talent agency. It's basically a government-run talent agency. I believe this is the only one in China that's government-run and not a private company. But from there, he transitions into acting. He gets roles in Go Princess Go in 2015, Eternal Love 2017, and The Legend of the White Snake 2019. Okay, so a lot of the roles
Legend
that he
of the
gets,
White Snake.
they're like the olden day dramas.
Mm.
He does not have iPhone face, is what people would say. Like he has this
Yeah.
aura about him where he just
The
feels like
aura.
you would see him on the street and you're like, I think that he has some wisdom to put onto me because he seems like he knows a lot. That's the vibe. He has that
Oh.
older energy. I don't know if I'm even describing it correctly. He feels calm, serene, like he gives wise, sage advice. That's the energy he has. The Legend of the White Snake, he actually ends up getting really positive critical acclaim. You know, critics are saying the whole piece is a fantasy. It's based off of a legend of the white snake. I mean, it's out of this world. It's whimsical. It's fantastical. It's a fantasy.
I like a
Which you
whimsical
have to bring that
fantasy. I
out,
need to do
but
some
also,
more,
if it's
like
too
watch some more whimsical
too
Chinese
fantastical,
fantasies.
it feels like a child's play. It feels like a kid's show. But Yu Menglong was able to bring out the whimsy, but also it felt very human. His role felt very human. It doesn't feel too exaggerated. It felt very grounded. By this point, he has over 26 million followers on Weibo. You just know when someone's gonna make it bigger. They're already big, but they're only gonna get bigger. That's the feeling. They have this it factor. They're maybe not the top A-list celebrity yet, but the trajectory seems like it's going there. That's what Yu Menglong's trajectory feels like. He has a very strong star power.
He
Everyone was
had
anticipating
a
that he's
really
eventually
strong
gonna
star
get
power
up
until
there
they
soon.
fucking
He's
killed
talented,
him.
He's conventionally attractive, but more than that, his fans, I mean, sure, he might not have as many as some of the other A-list actors, but he is so beloved. One fan posted a video. She wasn't even a fan when she met Yu Menglong. She didn't even know who he was. And she says, I was going on a trip and I just had this like really beat up, rundown suitcase. It fit my clothes. It was fine. She puts it in the overhead bin in the airplane and then she takes it off and the wheels pop off. So she's scrambling, stressing, freaking out, shoves the wheels back in. It kind of works. She starts wheeling it around the airport and she's struggling. I mean, this whole day, she was just a sweaty mess. She says this herself. It was bad.
All right,
She was just
this
getting
is
lost
actually
in
a
this whole
pretty
thing.
cool picture. I don't know if I should. I
Mid-airport
put
walk,
another filter
wheels
on
pop
this.
right back off. They start rolling away and she's stressing, scrambling to pick them up. And when she looks up, someone is already holding the wheels in their hand, offering them back to her. This very tall, clean looking man.
No, I don't.
She didn't even know he was a celebrity.
I don't need to. I think it's fine the way it is. Let me just get in there real quick and look up close so we can like get the face a little bit more defined.
She didn't even know who he was at the time. He just was really nice. He helped her and then walked away. She said she found out afterwards that he was a celebrity, but his energy was interesting because he did not give celebrity vibes. He just seemed like a very handsome, attractive man, but very approachable. Like he's just from your neighborhood, very kind energy. She says it sounds very weird even coming out of her own mouth because she would never really describe men with this word.
Yeah.
But like the only word she can think of to describe Yu Menglong is very pure. Like his aura is very pure.
Men are never pure.
Yu Menglong allegedly catches the
She's like, I would never describe a man as pure, but he was pure. And they killed him. You see this shit?
Because her husband also dies very interestingly. It's a whole thing. This is alleged, but a lot of people think it's basically confirmed based on his career timeline and their interactions together. This wealthy woman is worth billions of dollars, and she decides that she must have her nasty little grubby greedy fingers in pretty much every aspect of the entertainment industry. It's alleged that she starts showing interest in Yu Menglong, threatening interest, and when he allegedly declines, she has blackballed him from the industry for the next 3 years.
Jesus Christ, bitch!
Timeline of his career. Like I said, in 2019, after Legend of the White Snake, people were like, he's on his trajectory to get up there. He disappears. From 2020 to 2023, 3 years, he makes almost no public appearances.
Man, that looks weird.
Instead, he moves
It's
to
too
the
much. It's too
countryside,
much.
out of nowhere. Some say running away from her or to the countryside where he's been sent, and he just teaches kids for 3 years.
teaches
找
kids?
老师，叫什么名字？爸是长头发还是短头发呀？他还舔你呢，说明他喜欢你。
Oh
When
my
he does come back
god.
in 2023, he looks very skinny. He looks frail, like he lost a lot of weight. His cheeks are kind of
I
sunken
don't even
in,
think I
but
need
in
to
a way
do
that
anything
doesn't
because
look
it's
like
like
it's
too
just
much.
natural aging progression. He looks like he's been through something in the past 3 years. He looks sick. During an interview, the host is
Jesus.
asking about him, asking him why he had gotten so thin, and Yu Menglong has this trademark half smile. It's like a very soft. It's the type of smile where you are wondering what the smile means. It's almost mysterious, but in like a good way. And he says, because I'm hungry. I don't have money to eat. Everyone's laughing. The host is laughing.
I don't think he was joking, bro.
Fans are even laughing and teasing him. They're like, that is so cheeky. Like, the interviewer is commenting
Yeah,
on
I
your
think
looks
he
at the end of
was.
the day, even if it is out of
I
concern.
think he was. My man
And
was
he's
actually
standing
out
up
here
for himself in such a
starving.
cheeky way. Like, he made a joke. He played it off. He didn't go into his insecurities about his looks. That's good. That's good. Because he's a well-known celebrity with 25 million followers. There's no way he doesn't have money to eat, right? In another interview after the 3-year hiatus, he just says that for 3 years, all he did was question whether or not he has what it takes, whether he belongs in this industry or not, that he had profound doubts and just nonstop questioning. So when he does come back in 3 years, he's gone for so long, there's just no feasible way that he's going to jump right back in and be handed leading roles. So whatever had happened in those 3 years, it's a huge impact on his career. Clearly his mental well-being.
Oh my god, this poor
Nevertheless,
man.
his core base of fans, they were just excited that he's back. He seems excited to get back to work, and they're excited about that. His fans never left him, by the way, even during his very long hiatus. One of the big things was a lot of the charities from the local area that he was staying in, or charities for natural disasters in China around that time, they post about celebrities who have donated, or high-profile people, or just other big donors to encourage other people to donate. Like, it's part of, hey, maybe your favorite celebrity donated, so you should too. And they would post about Yu Menglong. And while he's being blackmailed from the industry, he has donated over $30,000 to a charity for children with leukemia.
My man was
Over
starving and he's
$80,000
donating
help
money to
with the massive
charities.
floods in the Henan province. He donated an entire library of over 2,400
Oh my
high-quality
god.
textbooks to an elementary school from his hometown. All the while, he's making little to no money. Like nothing. In another
Jesus.
resurfaced clip, it's Yu Menglong and another celebrity on a reality show. They made this bet. If Yu Menglong loses, he has to buy dinner. Yu Menglong tells him, I must treat you to a meal, Wei Wei, but I don't have money.
我要请你吃饭啊，维维。可是我没有钱。
Again, everyone laughs. They think he's being playful. They think he's being quirky and cheeky, and he's
Bro's
joking
like,
around.
I'm dead ass.
But maybe
I'm
he wasn't.
broke.
Because after Yu Menglong's passing, the excavators try to dig to find up any little dirty thing on him that they can, I don't know, get off on some scandalous narrative of who knows what. But his entire career, he hasn't really had any scandals. I think his fans genuinely appreciate how sincere he seems. He doesn't seem like the type to flaunt or cause drama or publicly date. He just seems very soft-spoken. It's hard to find any clips or interviews of him where he's loud or rambunctious. He just seems so calm and soft. His demeanor is very soft. And the excavators, they want evidence that maybe he's not like that when the cameras are off. That maybe he's a bad person. But all they end up finding is his personal Taobao account. Taobao is like the Amazon of China. You can buy pretty much anything on there, clothing included. And you can see all the items that Menglong's personal account was buying and some of the reviews that he left for vendors. So one of them was for a puffer jacket that you wear during winter. The review Yu Menglong leaves for the small clothing company is, the color is beautiful and warm, and it's suitable for wearing. It's not bad. This version is actually very good. This is the second time I bought clothes from this specific mom and pop vendor, and I gave it a thumbs up. The customer service agent is also very, very nice. He includes a video of him, and you can't see his face. He just is him showing the sleeves of the puffer jacket.
Poor
And in
fucking
the
guy.
background, you see part of where he's living. You see a cardboard box with clothes in there, and it looks like he's using the cardboard box, like a reusable Amazon Prime box, as his closet. So it looks like he's storaging clothes in there.
No.
And people were automatically already thrown off by that because, wait, he's this massive celebrity. Why does he not have like a big fancy closet? Why is he using a cardboard box for his clothes? And also, this jacket in question that he leaves a review for, it's technically a $30 puffer winter jacket, which for Beijing winters, where the temperatures on average range from around 17 degrees to about 43 degrees, it's a colder city than New York City, by the way. Netizens are really confused that he's wearing a $30 puffer jacket when he's a celebrity. Even regular, normal citizens will typically wear more expensive puffer jackets because you invest in a really good one that lasts you multiple winters. It's just that cold in Beijing. The price of getting sick and missing work
I
is
didn't know
probably
it got
higher than
that cold
$30.
over there.
Netizens say a $30
Colder
puffer
than
jacket
here?
can't even be called a puffer jacket. It's not a down jacket. There's no down feather or vegan feathers. It's just, it looks like it. It's not really a puffer jacket.
Okay, well,
Which
maybe
is
my
weird,
man just wanted
because
this
Yu Meng Long
jacket.
has a puffer jacket brand sponsorship. He
Oh.
works with this huge company that sells $2,000 puffer jackets.
Bro.
So why is he wearing a $30 puffer jacket? I'm sure they've sent him one for free before.
Yeah,
He's
didn't
been
they?
seen
You
wearing
didn't
it
have
for
that
public
jacket?
appearances when he's endorsing the brand.
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure they
Interestingly,
gave you a
netizens are able to
jacket.
compile footage of him wearing puffer jackets. The puffer jacket is a big point of contention. When Yu Meng Long is at a big event or has an appearance, he will
Damn,
wear
they're
the
really
puffer jacket that has
analyzing
the logo of
everything.
the brand that he's partnered with. But when he is out running errands by himself, going to the airport, traveling, he is always seen wearing a cheap $30 puffer jacket. And
Why is he not
sometimes
wearing
when
the
he's
nice
out running
jacket?
errands or going to the airport, he's with his manager.
Does
he's
he
with
not
an
want to be
assistant.
noticed? Is that
It
why?
seems like the team, they're all wearing expensive puffer jackets.
Tonight, Julia Roberts delivers the performance of her career.
I did not do this. You did this to yourself.
After the Hunt is a sharp, provocative thriller that will keep you glued to the screen from beginning to end.
Not everything is supposed to make you comfortable.
After the
Okay,
Hunt,
get this
rated
shit
R.
out of my fucking
But he's
face.
wearing his $30 puffer jacket.
Too many
It's
ads.
kind of strange. It's a bit unheard of. What manager is wearing nicer
I'm
clothes
just jealous
than the
because I don't have
celebrity
ads
that
on my
they're
YouTube
managing?
channel.
So people online start speculating, did the manager and assistant bully him to take his puffer jacket from the brand that he's endorsing? Like, if they're bullying him for that, what else are they bullying him, taking from him? How much of his money is he actually getting paid? Because there's no way, just because he takes a 3-year hiatus, that he should be starving.
Yeah, there's no way he
People
should
have
be
dug up videos of
that
Yu Meng Long
broke.
when he was alive. A few videos have been going viral and circulating on foreign social media platforms. One big one that has been going around is of Yu Meng Long at an airport wearing a black hoodie. He and his manager are in line checking bags. A female fan walks up to Yu Meng Long.
The manager also is a huge character in this.
Yes.
His name is Du Chang. Yeah.
Very big character.
Du
The
Chang.
female fan is filming. She's telling him that she knows that his birthday passed, but she bought this necklace for him and like hopefully it's not too late. And he's smiling and saying thank you. And his smile seems it seems small, it seems strained, but it seems genuine. Some people
What do you
could
think about this?
take
Is
it
this
as
done?
Maybe his fan was making him uncomfortable, or maybe he doesn't like being filmed in public. But when you look closely, that doesn't seem to be the case. It seems like he doesn't like the angle that he's being filmed at, is what netizens believe. But when you look closely, his eye, there's clearly a bruise on that eye that
Oh,
appears to be covered up
no.
by makeup, and she's filming right
No.
at that angle. I will say that a lot of different cases, there's contention of like, is that a bruise? Is it being
No,
covered up by makeup?
dude.
Does it actually look
God
like a
damn
bruise?
it.
This one does
This
pretty,
poor
it
kid.
looks like a bruise. He doesn't look agitated, but rather more sick or distraught or anxious that she
Yep,
is
this
getting
poor
this
fucking
side
kid.
of his face. He looks scared. And I don't know, perhaps he has intense social anxiety and being outside is a lot for him. Or maybe he doesn't want to be filmed by a fan. Sure, we could argue all of that. We could say all of that, but the level of discomfort in this video seems to be a lot more. There are other videos of him walking through the airport, specifically in that $30 puffer jacket. One of his fans is filming him and he's alone. He looks fine. He doesn't look afraid. He doesn't look uncomfortable. She almost trips. He instantly runs over to help make sure that she catches her balance. That's a different clip. But this one, he doesn't have that energy. He looks wildly uncomfortable. He looks anxious. He's smiling. He looks like he's trying to be alert. And then there's this moment that netizens have picked apart. Yu Meng Long's manager walks past him and raises his hand to grab something, or perhaps grab Yu Meng Long's arm. But Yu Meng Long flinches and he ducks his head as if he's about to get slapped or punched by this manager.
Oh my
Some
god.
people argue, no, it looks like Yu Meng Long was slipping. Other people are saying, no, you don't react like that when you're slipping. Like, it is a visceral reaction.
Yeah,
of,
what
like,
the hell was
ducking
that?
your head.
Yeah, you went,
You don't
oh
really
shit.
duck
You
your
went like
head when
that.
you're slipping. It looks like he's ducking his head from his manager.
Ooh.
And after that, the manager and Yu Meng Long walk away while the fan is still filming and following after them. And he's just rapidly speed walking. He looks even more more uncomfortable. Previously, he just looked a little bit anxious, but he was still being attentive to his fan. But now he's speed walking, giving no facial emotions. He just wants to get out of there. There are more pictures surfacing from August 13th, August 16th. These are pictures that fans took of him while he was traveling for work, and it appears that he has bruises near his eyes.
Why are they doing this to him?
Those are just taken a month before his passing. There's another video of him sitting in a crowd of people. Clearly, this is a work event. There's cameras flashing around him. He's wearing what appears to be the giant puffer jacket, the one that actually looks warm, that he endorses, that he doesn't even get to wear outside of work events, the very thick one. And he's sitting there wearing this jacket, and it looks like he's sitting in front of a stage, but he looks genuinely happy to be there. He spots a fan recording him from the side, and he's like waving, and he's looking around and waving at people who are waving at him. And there's this moment where he glances behind him, and it looks like he sees someone. Maybe someone motions to him. Maybe he sees a specific person he doesn't want to see, but instantly everything in his face changes. He's still in public, so he's not going to make it obvious, but it's noticeable. He quickly turns back to face the front. He looks down at his hands, and then he covers his lap a little more with his jacket, and then he looks further down at his hands, and then he looks up, but he's no longer smiling. He's no longer waving. He's no longer looking around. He doesn't look like
Bro
he's
looks
mentally
scary
there at the event anymore. And it's pretty instant. He's smiling, waving, looking around, seems very comfortable, and then suddenly he's just face forward. No smiling, no interacting, nothing. People are wondering what the hell or who the hell could have been there to elicit such a strong reaction from him. A girl who is going by the alias of Kay. She knows Yu Menglong personally and submitted this tip to the reporter. And I'm sure the reporter had to verify that Kay actually does indeed know Yu Menglong to take this tip seriously. But Kay describes Yu Menglong as having a very fairy spirit. That's the best way to put it. The way he lives, his energy, he lives in harmony with the world. That's how she describes him in person. She says she knows that people harmed him and that she prays that they will all go to hell, the deepest, darkest pits of hell, and rot there forever. She says that she knows that he was offered a position to sleep with a higher up in the industry and he rejected. She says the way it works is you have these meals.
That's why they beat this man for years and killed him because he didn't want to fuck somebody.
These are the people funding projects. These are the people that sign the deals. These are the people that are friends with the executives at all of these big companies that do the long-term brand endorsements for the
That happens more often than you would think, honestly.
You're not getting deals, you're not getting roles. So you go to these meals, and it's common for entertainers to be pressured into sleeping or hanging out with these rich people who fund their projects.
That's crazy.
And it seems like perhaps even Yu Menglong disclosed this to her. I don't know. Or maybe she has other friends in the industry. But she says, if you want to leave a meal with these higher-ups, you want to go home by yourself, then you want to make sure you drink from the public bottle of alcohol. Kay says, the interesting thing is the manager that Yu Menglong has, she's met him before. He's not even a talent manager. His background is working for organized crime syndicates. He's not a talent manager. He looks like he's... Well, the rumor is that he's a hitman for these organized crimes. I wouldn't say hitman, but he's like the body guy. He takes care of the bodies. He doesn't even have much experience in the entertainment industry. He's just the muscles for these executives to control entertainers. His manager was basically glued to Yu Menglong the entire time. That's what she says. When she met Yu Menglong's manager, she thought this was his bodyguard. She initially thought it was so thoughtful of the agency to hire bodyguards for all their talent, but turns out he's the manager. He's always around, keeping an eye on Yu Menglong. It's just weird. Kay says the thing with the agency that he's signed to is they don't really care if Yu Menglong is successful or not. They don't care about the money because they don't need the money. They already have it all. The entire agency is a front for sex and crimes.
Jesus Christ, bro. What the fuck is going on in China?
So one of the biggest
y'all are doing too much.
Let's say a film production company decides in their movie they need to have a scene where they have a replica palace or a castle, and it's one of those big historical landmarks, and they need to boom, blow it up. Because when are pyrotechnics not the whole point of movie making? They find a company that can make a castle and then boom, blow it up. But that company is very conveniently owned by the main director, producer's wife or brother or uncle. And they're saying, we need $1 million to blow up a castle. So they get a contract for $1 million, but really All they need is like $50,000 to make it happen. So they're just pocketing the rest, and everyone knows they're doing it. They're just laundering and pocketing the money from the big money backers in the industry. Then you have yin and yang contracts. These are 2 contracts for celebrities that work in the movie industry. One public contract, one private
Yo, this
contract.
girl is
Let's say
exposed. She
I want
exposes a
famous
lot of
Mr.
shit,
Movie
this
Man in my
girl.
movie. I give him a yang contract that goes public.
I'm
Mr.
scared
Movie
for
Man
her
is making $1
life
million
because
for
she
the
be
movie.
doing the
The deal has
most.
been inked. The ink is dry. The $1 million Mr. Movie Man is going to pay taxes on because that's his revenue from this movie. That's his earnings. But that's not really what he's getting paid because there's a yin contract.
All right,
that's
let me
hidden,
do.
where it says, I'm going to pay Mr. Movie Man $100 million
Let me see
under
this
the
one.
table that he does not need to pay taxes on because it's hidden from the public. Nobody will know. There was a huge crackdown on this, and that is what the massive, huge actress Fan Bingbing went down for, although she's back and making a comeback. And
Fan
also,
Bingbing?
It seems like a lot of people in the industry did this. She just happened to get caught. And then there are ghost theaters. This started a long time ago. Movie productions would have midnight movie launches. They would say, hey everyone, at 12 a.m., our movie is going to premiere at all of your local theaters. Go and buy a ticket. You go to the movie theater, and this movie is playing every 15 minutes. All the rooms in the theater
Very
are
grainy,
booked
but
for this movie. So you're like,
it's kinda
I
cool.
stayed up so I could watch this movie. Can I purchase a ticket? Every single theater room has been privately bought for private events. One person is booking out entire movie theater A so that they can bring all their friends and family to watch this movie. It's so strange. And
Yeah,
immediately
that's
the next
it's not
day,
that
after
serious.
just 12 hours of being out, this movie has smashed box records. Like all the box office records have been destroyed,
Wow.
plummeted by this movie. And now everyone online
Okay.
is like, oh my gosh, I have to go see this movie because everyone's obsessed with it. Or you go online and you finally decide, I'm going to pay for a ticket. You get a little, you open
That's
the
crazy.
screen. All the seats are in red, except for at the very back, there's like 3 seats open. Worst seats in the house. You purchase it, you go to the theater. The entire theater is empty. What happened to all those purchased seats? That doesn't make any sense. Then you
That's
go online
crazy.
and everyone's talking about, I went to this movie. This movie has smashed all the records. Everyone's going to this movie. Oh my goodness, this is the next It movie. What are they talking about? It's a ghost
What do you?
theater.
That's
They will
correct. I
purchase
didn't
and
know
buy
they
out
do
all
all
of
this
the
shit in
theaters,
China.
and they get a little. They're working with the theaters, so the movie production company will tell the theaters, "Hey, I want
Wow.
you to play this movie every 15 minutes. We're gonna do a midnight release, and I'm just gonna purchase all the tickets so that we can say build up hype for this movie. Everyone's gonna want to see it because everyone's seeing it, right? So then you're gonna give me a little bit of that money back because you're not really dealing with thousands of people. It's gonna be empty the whole night." You give me a little money back, you get business, and then more people are going to come see. It's a win-win. And the movie production, they're also going to get more investors because, wow, these people, they know how to sell out movies. That's the third way.
How about just make a good movie and then people would go to see it? Can you just do that? Yo, fuck you, Alta. I'm not buying
And
your
then the
shitty
fourth way
fucking
is just
makeup.
straight up money laundering contracts. Talent agencies will allegedly create shell companies in famous actors and actresses' names using their signatures
You
to
are
open up these shell
beautiful.
companies to launder money through. Sometimes the talent don't even know that that's happening. That seems to be a thing. The front is the talent agency has connections to wealthy investors in the entertainment industry. These wealthy investors also have tons of other business dealings and tons of other money launderings that they want to funnel through this talent agency. So just come up with a bunch of shell
I
names for the
always
talent.
like the
If they get caught, whatever, throw them under the bus. Who cares? Netizens were able to allegedly source and find multiple shell companies made in Yu Menglong's names that specialize specifically in military contracts. This is a whole thing recently
Military
where
contracts.
a lot of Chinese government officials and party leaders have, like any other country, have been accused of embezzling funds from massive military contracts so that they can profit tens of millions, hundreds of millions of dollars. Yu Menglong is signed to a government-run talent agency, and this 37-year-old man who wears a $30
Government-run
puffer jacket, who
talent
graduated from
agency.
Beijing Arts Academy, who donates money to patients with leukemia. He has a company that does military deals, operating in the sales of weaponry, firearms, gunpowder,
Huh?
fireworks. It's
Fireworks?
That there's massive amounts, tens of millions of dollars going into
Chinese did
and
invent
out of the shell
fireworks, so-
company, none of which leads back to Yu Menglong. None of which. It is believed that Yu Menglong found out about this and did not want to be a part of this. So he gathered the evidence of what is happening, what the agency is doing in his name that he is not part of, and he wanted out. That is one of the theories. Either out of his contract with his agency, which, by the way, if he wanted out of his contract with his agency, he would have to pay about $30 million.
Jesus.
Perhaps he just wanted to walk out of the business. It is alleged that he gathered all this information on a USB and used it as leverage to the higher-ups to get me out of here.
Sorry, I'm just fixing
There's
my
a lot
nails
with this
'cause they
USB
bother
rabbit
me.
hole that we're going to get down. Lots of people confirming the theory,
All of
debunking
this
the theory.
information allegedly was stored in a red USB.
Yes, that he brought to this dinner party and that he swallowed. There's reasons why people think that he swallowed this USB, and we're going to get into that in the next part. There is belief that he was killed for this USB before he was allegedly thrown off the 5th floor window to stage his death. But people think that this is a very real thing that happened. Others believe that Yu Minglong knew about the existence for these shell companies for a little while, and they were actually being used against him for leverage. Hey, if you don't sleep with this rich, wealthy executive or investor, we're going to expose you for money laundering, which he is taking no part in and he has no control over. But it has been reported that before all of this was censored, netizens found at least 4 dozen different shell companies operating in Yu Minglong's name, with money going in and out primarily from weapon sales. None of the money was going to Yu Minglong. And we're going to go into the whole rabbit hole of who is involved with the USB theory, who is involved in the money laundering theory. We're going to cover that in the next part, along with all the other developing theories, such as the very big, currently developing story where hackers have gotten together to try and hack into the phones of the major people who were likely involved and were there at the dinner party that night, which I thought sounded like a plot straight out of a movie. Until you see that they're genuinely releasing private information about all the parties that were present. Their full names, government IDs, government social security numbers, full private home addresses to private properties that people did not know that they lived in. It would not be publicly available information for these types of people this high up, for this socioeconomic class. So it doesn't just seem like a greater than...
Is there yellow in this picture? No, there's not.
Put justice to this. It seems like they're getting something. I don't know if it's legitimate, but to some degree, it seems like something is happening there. There's also further conversations that the same hackers found videos on the partygoers' phones that show Yu Minglong being tortured, as well as his dog being killed in front of him for the sake of compliance. It was believed that it was likely recorded to make sure that he stays quiet about everything, that they can
This is insane. This is a crazy case.
Likely essay torture video to blackmail him into giving them what they want.
And the latest also development is they found there's 3 locations that he has been
detained. So they use the word detained, but it's basically, if this is true, he was held captive and kidnapped. Some
for a long time, for weeks.
And they if we're gonna go through the timeline, because the last time that he made a public appearance, his last live, a lot of people think that he was sending out help signals. A lot of people think that he was doing the 540, that's what they call it in China, but like we know this as like the domestic violence signal in America, or like the help signal. There's like a different variation that people believe that he was doing, and there's a lot to go through in the timeline, and people have allegedly formed these
this is a
purchasing
crazy
groups where they all pitch in
fucking
money and view the
case.
videos to try and see if these videos are real, and if it does look like Yu Minglong, or if it's AI, or if these videos even exist. All the reports of those people coming out right now, and again, we don't know if any of this is true. We don't know if these are unhinged people on the internet making up lies. We don't know. One thing I will say about this case is, I know in America it could be easier to make up rumors for the sake of making up rumors, and conspiracies, it's like they have legs of their own and they run 20 miles way too far off the deep end. But with this case, there have been 3 arrests made, which again, we'll dive deeper into later. These 3 arrests are not for anyone that might be involved in Yu Minglong's death. These 3 arrests are against people who have allegedly spread rumors.
Hell is different than you think.
What is this dumbass fucking movie?
What do you think happens when you die?
Rated R. Only in theaters October 17th.
About Yu Minglong's death. So in China, if these are Chinese netizens saying that they saw this video, they are likely not putting out lies on the internet for the sake of putting out lies. People's accounts are easily traceable these days, especially in China, where you need to have specific like your ID number to sign up for a lot of different platforms. It
Mm.
would just be very counterproductive for people to make up lies for the sake of getting attention online. What attention? Their account is likely
Yeah,
going to
what
get suspended
attention?
within a day. They're not going to get attention. If anything, they're going to get arrested. So I will say there is that element, but we don't know if these people could be foreigners. We don't know. The only thing that we know for sure is that whatever happened to Yu Menglong that night, there are people that know what happened.
Oh,
And
yeah.
they were there when he
They
died.
were there.
The dinner
Mhm.
party goers. One of which went on to tweet around the time of that dinner party that Yu Menglong attends. Just one word. Yummy. That's it. No context, nothing
Yummy.
else.
Oh, you's
People
a
believe that he's
fucking
talking about
rapist,
essaying Yu
bro.
Menglong.
Yeah.
Another one goes on. This is a famous actress
Ugh.
that I've actually talked about before. She goes on to post live photos of dinner and all of these other things. I mean, she's a famous actress. I don't know if she knew that these were live photos. I don't think so, that she's posting. And one of them, you can hear what sounds like someone saying, like, he's still fighting, he's still resisting. Someone is
Oh.
literally saying he's still resisting.
Yeah.
And then another one where someone says it sounds like you can hear a slap at the end. Other dinner party guests are publicly fighting online about whether or not they were there at the party, trying to expose each other, but they're ending up exposing everyone. And some dinner party guests have been seemingly directly tied to probably one of the most powerful people in all of China. So we know that these people at the party, they know what happened to Yu Menglong. We know that they don't want to talk. We know that they're powerful. And we don't know anything else. We don't know if it's true that he was forced to watch his pet dogs get killed. We don't know if it's true that his mother has been detained by the government to make sure that she doesn't start asking for justice for her son. We don't know if there are other celebrities from the same agency that died mysteriously that are connected to the same powerful people. We don't know if these things are true.
Bro.
But we are going to explore all of those theories and all those connections in the next part. In part 2 of
Part
the Yu Menglong
2?
case.
No.
So with that, stay safe, and I will see you in the next one.
Stephanie, please. Damn, girl. What the fuck? That's a crazy. Let me see what the comments are saying here. I was low-key waiting for you to post about this case. The world is so twisted. She'll never run out of things to speak about? Yeah, that's true, 100%. Jesus Christ, dude. Oh, wait, we never finished the brew beer. Brew beer.
The next morning,
Brett,
all the
Brett
girls
Brew.
were
Why I say brew
stoked that
beer?
Christy Joe is
I thought it was Brett.
gone. Daisy reads Brett's note, and uh-oh, the
Brett Brew.
X's
Brew
are
Brett.
back.
How did, what does he say?
Who could see that coming?
You were the one person that could see it coming.
Well, I did. To be honest, I did not finish. I had other plans with Margaret.
Okay. Megan's ex shows up wearing like a swing shirt. It's very odd. I don't know. None of Amber's exes want to show up, so instead they get her male friend to show up who definitely
None of
loves
her
her.
exes wanted to
Who's
show
definitely,
up.
like,
That's
intimate with
actually
her.
crazy.
It's unbelievable. Daisy's ex Charles comes in and looks
Oh,
like he's the most
shit.
dick Avenged Sevenfold wannabe kind of guy. Kind of looks like Nikki Sixx, you know what I mean? Which is probably part
Holy
of the course
fuck.
with her. I mean, it seems like that's probably the most natural thing. But
Yeah.
I will say, he's a goddamn beefcake.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, he's huge. Brett
He
also decided to
is.
bring in a friend of his
He is
own, and guess
crazy
what?
jacked.
Heather's back! Season 1 Heather, which Dale, I remember you were very partial to Heather first season 1.
Beautiful.
I didn't watch the first
absolutely.
season
Hot
with the
dog
Papa
skin,
Meat
yes,
video.
huge
I need to
tits.
watch
I
that.
liked her. a
Flat
lot.
ass.
And her character, so much charisma. Oh,
She did have a lot of charisma. I will say that. She had a lot of charisma.
spicy, definitely spicy. I'm looking into her future now. She's naked. Oh.
Now?
Yeah, that's a weird thing that Dale does is he looks in the future when people strip naked so he can see them naked. He's a fucking pervert.
Oh, yes.
Stop looking down at the ball.
Oh.
Brett takes the exes with him to get some dirt on the girls, while Heather stays with the girls to get dirt on them as well. It's a lot of dirt. It's a big dirt episode, all right? And to do
A big
this,
dirt
Heather
episode.
gets the girls liquored up, having them do body shots and all kinds of stuff.
Oh
and,
my
take the tops
God.
off by the pool because she's a whore.
Nothing wrong with that.
I never said there was.
Good
Okay,
episode.
good.
No, I never said I was.
Big Jacob, you keep trying. What the fuck are you trying to say?
That was a good episode.
Thank you for that contribution. know your place on this show. Big John didn't get nearly as much screen time as you.
It's not fair.
Heather wants to stir up some drama, right, by pitting the girls against each other. She's trying to see who's who, and she's trying to get some information for her best friend Brett, even though it's funny that Heather adamantly hates the show now. Put in a comment from one of her Instagram comments here. Hates it. Pretty sure she's suing the show. I don't know. Brett takes the boys to the cigar club, and it's really awkward, as obviously it would be, where he's like, hey, I'm fucking all of your exes. And they're all like, hey, this is Bret Michaels from Poison.
What?
Eventually, the exes start to open up and talk to Brett about their former partners. Charles reveals that him and Daisy were in a band and toured together, but denies that they're still in a physical relationship. He denies it.
They were definitely fucking.
Dale, they definitely were, but I don't think they are anymore.
Let me look. Oh, yep. Daisy's with a new lady.
Lady?
Yep, she's lesbian.
What is this?
Take your top off. Oh.
What? You
Bro.
What the hey?
You have got to stop. Oh. You have got to calm down.
I'm sorry.
I'm
sorry.
Oh. Stop!
Oh.
God.
I don't know if I could go anymore with this
they
pic.
Are still hooking up. It's like L.A. Noire. He's like, are you guys still hooking up? And he's like, no, wait, man.
Yeah.
Dale, you do the whole L.A. Noire bit. You act like Charles when he denies having sex with Daisy still. Charles, are you still having sex with Daisy?
No. What?
That's
no.
good. That's good acting.
I guess it is good as a good. I don't know.
Dave and Buster's. I believe that's actually a scene. This is a 40-year-old man taking
whatever.
40-year-old man. He's like, where do the guys go? Dave
Whatever, dude.
Busters.
Dave
Brett has
and
one on
Buster's,
Charles,
dude.
The rest of the guys play some sick games at Dave and Buster's, and Charles keeps his lips sealed. So Brett decides that it's time to leave.
Brainy.
Daisy starts bawling as usual in front of the girls because she's keeping a secret from Brett.
Oh no.
A secret from Brett.
You don't want that.
I don't want to know it. Don't spoil it.
Brett, how did you feel about that?
Shut up! Daisy reveals that her and Charles still live together in a one-bedroom apartment in L.A.
What?
Oh, we're not physical still. What the ever, dude? Are you kidding me? She says that they haven't in 2 years. Hey, yeah.
We haven't had sex in 2 years.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Jessica wants to prove that she's not a little girl, so she cries and drinks too much. Basically, Brett thinks she's too innocent. I think they were trying to force that on her of like, you need to have conflict. You're like a ghost. You're haunting this mansion. You need to have, what's your fault that we can exploit? And she's like, I don't know. I guess I don't really like to drink. Okay, you're a little girl. You're an innocent little girl, right?
Yeah. Too young. But beautiful. Beautiful. I would say all of these women are beautiful.
This one's interesting. I like that one. This one. Wait, I just need to see what her face is doing right here.
Brew break.
Brew break.
Give me a sip. It's been a while.
You're an alcoholic.
I don't think I like it.
I have not drinking.
Let me predict Dale's future. He's going to die in a drunk driving accident.
Oh.
That's my fucking prediction. He's going to go 38 miles an hour
Party
into a
on
ravine.
you,
It's not
party
even that fast.
on
He
you,
still
pa-
dies because you're a decrepit
I'm looking
sick
now.
fuck.
It says no. Sorry.
I'm looking. It says yes. Jessica's sitting there. She drinks too much because she's trying to prove she's a bad bitch, but she basically just throws up all over the place. And she gets dead inside. Also,
Oh my gosh, she got
all in her asshole.
locked up.
Brett and the guys
She got
come home, and Jessica jumps into his arms
rocked
and
up.
kisses him, even though she's been fucking hurling all
Oh,
over the place. It's
throw up
pretty
kiss.
disgusting. Brett and Heather meet up in Brett's room to talk it all out and figure out who they should cut. Who's the real person here, right? Jessica might be too young for Brett, too innocent. Megan is an opportunist and might not be over her ex. Heather says that Amber is sweet, but she might not like the rock and roll lifestyle with, tits and ass all over the place, you know what I mean? And Heather drops the bomb that Daisy is still living with her ex, and Brett's face is priceless.
No way.
Here, give me what Brett's face looked like then.
Oh.
So Brett Brett has a meeting with Daisy and her ex by the pool. Brett sends the exes home, and then the girls get ready for elimination that night. But before they do, Amber pulls Brett aside and tells him about Megan crying about her ex. You know what I mean? This kicks Brett right in the nards, is what he says. Oh, that kicked me right in the nards.
Now that one kicked me right in the nards.
In the nards.
It's awesome, Brett. Brett talks with Megan, and they face fuck a bit. She's like, haha, I don't know. Predictions, I think, because Daisy still lives with her ex, Dale, I'm going to say Daisy going home.
Let me look.
No, not Daisy.
Nope. She stays.
We'll see. Brett comes into the elimination wearing a very rare purple and white bandana with a matching purple dress.
Cute.
Shirt. Very classy, very good. Amber gets picked first, then Destiny. So Amber she's a heavy hitter now. What was once a person who was going to get sent home first is now getting picked first. What is this? Where the hell?
Yeah, what are we doing? What timeline
Daisy
is that?
doesn't get sent home. Daisy gets a pass. And Brett
Yes.
no more bullshit. But in
Because
her
Daisy's
monologue
fun,
after,
bro.
some more stuff I need to tell about him, but we'll figure that out later.
There's some other things that I want to tell Brett just to make sure that he's okay with some other stuff.
With one pass left.
What do you mean other stuff?
Literally, the fucking girl that I chose again is already up for elimination. I hate myself. I hate who I am. I'm disgusting. I want to kill myself. And unfortunately, we find out that Megan's tour ends here, which we don't even have her lanyard. It's on the ground still.
Bye-bye.
This is probably the single cringiest elimination. It's horrible. Megan comes down, and Brett asks if he can hold her hand, and at first she doesn't do it, which pisses Brett off. He's like, you're really not going to hold my hand? And she's like, and does it. And there's this long, awkward pause as Megan can't comprehend what's happening. She is just standing there, shaking her head, so he's like, so you have to go. And she's like,
She's like, no. He's like, what? What? Are you serious right now? No.
it's really awkward and long and drawn out. I mean, it's very uncomfortable. It's by far the worst elimination so far in the entire series of Rock of Love, all right? But
Ooh,
after
the
that
red.
is gone, Brett says we're going to take you up a level and we're going to party in Vegas with Heather!
Yes,
They're off
slay.
to Vegas, baby. Into episode 10.
I love Heather. So glad she's back. Let me look. Oh, Heather, how you doing? God, you're beautiful. Much older. Oh, what?
Stop.
Stop. I was just.
I'm about ready to turn your ass off. Stop.
Oh, okay.
Episode 10.
I got claimed.
Episode 10 was a bit
Again,
of a doozy.
I
I'll
get
tell you
claimed
why.
every time I
Episode
do
10
one of these
starts off a bit
streams, so
of
it doesn't
Vegas.
really
Guess
matter.
what? They go to the Hard Rock Casino instead of Red Rock.
Of course they go to Hard Rock Casino, dude.
And I will say, the room this time looks like ass. The room at the Red Rocks actually look pretty sick. The room at the Hard Rock looks like total fucking dick. A hotel attendant hands off Brett's note, not even Big John.
Total fucking dick.
No, they probably didn't fucking, they're like, oh, we can't afford it. I was like, it's a 30-minute flight from LA to Vegas. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Brett is taking the girls.
It is a 30-minute flight, and they're like, no, you're good.
Jessica are golfing while Amber and Daisy stay in the room. Heather stays behind so that she can, get more dirt on these skanks, is what she says. Heather asks Daisy if she's hooked up with Brett, and she says, like 500 times.
Have you guys hooked up with Brett yet?
Yeah, like 500 times.
Like 500 times. At the golf course, Destiny and Jessica are
Like
hitting balls
500
with Brett.
times.
Jessica's macking on Brett the entire time because she's trying to prove that she can be a dirty whore just like the rest of the girls. Not an innocent little flower, right? In Brett's words, Jessica is hot and I dig it.
Jessica looks hot and she's good, and I dig it.
What a quote. Jessica's hot and I dig it.
Brett is right. Jessica's beautiful.
They're
all beautiful.
Out of all the girls, I would say Jessica is. That's the other fucking. That's the horse I bet on. I fucking hate myself, man.
Don't. Love yourself, Hunter.
Fuck you, Dale. When the girls get back from the date, Daisy is super rude to Destiny for like no reason. Feels like once again the producers are trying to push some shit. You know what I mean? Doesn't it feel like that a little bit?
Definitely.
Yeah. The shit they say is so stupid. Destiny says, I guess Daisy hasn't been the friend I thought she was. You're on a competition show, you stupid bitch. Hello? Hello? I guess she wasn't the friend I thought she was. I've known you for a little over a week. What kind of allegiance have we
Yeah,
built
yeah,
up?
we have no
For Daisy and
allegiance.
Amber's
What the
date,
fuck?
Brett
I only
takes
got
Daisy
allegiance to
to a
that dick.
steakhouse.
That's it.
The girls need some meat.
He didn't eat on that golf date. He's got to go.
Well,
eat.
he's got to immediately eat or he's going to die. Brett confronts Daisy some more about her situation with her ex. Looks like Daisy might be going home. I don't know. They keep going back and forth on this. It's fucking annoying. She admits
There's no
she
whites
was
in this.
pregnant at one time with Charles and had an abortion, which is why she doesn't kick him out, even though he doesn't have a job. He's a jobless man who got her knocked up and she fucking scraped it out one day. So I don't fucking.
She scraped it out one day.
That's hot. That is so fucking gross, dude. That is
Holy shit.
God. Amber starts to question Daisy on how she could afford her tits and plastic surgery and supporting herself. And
How
Daisy
can
says
you
she
afford your
thinks she's
tits?
a stripper, yeah.
She's a
Daisy's
stripper.
a stripper.
Oh,
What a
she's a
crime.
stripper.
Back at the hotel room,
Honestly,
Jessica
yeah.
tells Jessica and Destiny that Daisy has sucked Brett off like 500 times. So Destiny jumps on the pool table and starts screaming like a fucking autistic child. It's unbelievable. Her like little tantrum on the table is There's some like good cringe this season, I will say that.
Yeah,
The
there's
girls
pretty
aren't
good
nearly
cringe.
as Cool, but goddamn, did they give some good cringe? You know what I mean? When Daisy and Amber get back, everyone immediately starts ganging up and screaming at Daisy, which is pretty funny. They're fucking all in on her. And these people not being drunk is very disappointing. Really wish that they were like shit-faced, kind of fighting it out, but I digress. Amber starts calling Daisy a bitch, and she's like, "What did I do to you?"
No, what did I even do?
Throws a metal cup at Daisy's face, which is kind of funny. And Big John finally steps in and
Big
invites
John!
the girls to Brett's room for a private poker game.
Yo,
Big
2K,
Jacob,
what's up,
come
dude?
on in, invite us all
Welcome
into
to
a
the
private
shit
poker
show
game.
of a
And I
stream
wanna
that I'm
really
doing right
feel
now,
like
where
we're
I
at the poker
watch
game
fucking
so
Papa
close.
Meat react to Rock of
Ladies,
Love
it's time to go to Brett's room
and
for a
edit
private
pictures at the
poker
same
game.
time.
Come on, man. Hey, come on.
That's how John would do it. Just grab him. Let's go.
Hit us with the line one more time.
Ladies, it's time to go to Brett's room for a private poker game.
Spot on, Jacob.
Yeah, that was spot on,
You like
dude.
that, Dale?
I loved it.
All right, now he's gonna fucking trip on his way out. You clumsy fuck.
John's a big man.
You're a big Jacob. Daisy's really freaking bothered and doesn't want Brett to see her like this. She's like, I need to stay
don't
composed
think-
for Brett.
don't know
I'm
if I-
freaking out. Then the girls go and play a private blackjack game, which is really funny because I think a lot of people don't know how to play. I mean, like blackjack's a pretty universal game, but
Yeah,
it's just
blackjack's
funny
pretty
because,
easy.
The dealer's like, you have a 13, and Brett's like, ho.
We have a 13.
Hey.
It's like,
Hey.
that's a horrible
Yeah, 13 is not good.
Double on 13.
All right, double.
Double or nothing.
What's your favorite poker game?
Poker?
Pai
What?
I do not like losing money.
I want you to explain me what Pai Gow is.
Pai Gow, you have two hands, one in the front, one in the back. You have poker hands somewhere and blackjack hands somewhere else. It's been a while. I usually have the dealer tell me how to play.
I always lose.
I just look into my ball and it tells me what to do. Oh, hit.
Want the lashes to
I
show
lose.
up.
What do you mean I lose?
What do you mean the ball said hit?
But the fight continues as Destiny and Daisy start blowing up and throwing drinks at each other, and it's some really nice trashy TV shit. Destiny knocks over a drink, and this is the best part. It might be the best part of the whole series. Brett gets so fed up, and he calls Big John over to deal with this shit.
Big John!
Stop! I love it. He's like, you know what, Big John, you just deal with this shit.
You don't know shit about. Shut the fuck up right now.
Hey, John.
I'm so sorry.
Why don't you come over here and fucking deal with this shit?
He walks away. You can tell Brett doesn't care about any of these fucking people, man. I'm telling you, this season he does not give a fuck.
Oh, 100% he
His
does not
heart
give a
is
fuck.
broken. You can tell he's just like, give me the paycheck so I can fucking leave. The girls piss off Brett so much that he's done and he storms out. Brett calls Daisy to his room so they can talk, and Daisy tells him that she's here because she wants love, and she starts crying again. With her big inflatable face. It's fucked. Brett does a one-on-one with Jessica. He thinks that Jessica is not a good fit for his lifestyle and that she'll get hurt in the long run. And before elimination, Brett plays his guitar and Daisy comes up to him and they talk it out again. Brett tells Daisy to spill the beans on all the secret that she may have, and Daisy tells Brett that she hung out with Cece, Brett's guitar player, in Poison.
What?
Huh?
Laughed really hard when she
You
said-
fucked
I had a nice
Cece?
total that she fucked the guitarist to Poison, and Brett's like, what?
What the fuck?
Brett prays that Daisy's not a groupie, even though she'd be the hottest one ever.
She pretty much is a
I am
groupie, dude.
massively, extremely attracted to you. I love that line.
I really am physically massively attracted to you.
I am massively, extremely attracted to you. It's so good. Elimination starts, boys, and all the girls want Daisy gone. Right? She's the new Chrissy Joe. Brett shows up in a red Affliction shirt, plain cowboy hat, and an obnoxiously large skull and crossbones belt buckle, which is pretty sick. Daisy gets picked first.
Yes, go Queen.
The first girl to get the pass is fucking Daisy after this gauntlet. Insane. Daisy is ugly crying. She looks insane. She's like, gets the second pass. Destiny and Jessica are the only two people left. I have two beautiful girls, and one's going home. Direct quote, Bret Michaels, 2007. Destiny is ugly crying. Well, Brett calls her a short-tempered bitch. Pretty funny. You have a
short-tempered bitch.
Like, okay, yep, okay. Brett mentions her temper will bring up a lawsuit backstage with one of his fans.
A lawsuit.
I can't be dealing with that. I can't be dealing with that. Brett chooses Destiny over Jessica. How? And Jessica's ghost is finally eradicated from the show. Jessica's fucking gone.
Oh, boo.
And she has this thing where she's like,
Yeah, I thought that my love was good, but it's not good, so I guess I'm done.
If you're not right for someone, I guess you're just not right for someone.
I guess I'm fucking done. I guess I'm gone. I guess I'm freaking 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 gone.
Jesus, that sounds like a bird.
I guess I'm freaking gone.
which the final three are our ladies right here, Destiny, Amber, and fucking Daisy. I cannot believe that Daisy is still here. That is insane to me.
Really? Really? Look at her. Come on, bro.
My personal favorite out of the three is Amber.
Yes.
My least favorite out of all of them, though, Destiny.
Why? What's wrong with Destiny?
I just think Destiny, I don't know. Amber and Daisy have way more charisma. Do they not?
True, but Destiny has huge rack.
They all have a huge rack.
Oh.
Amber, not really.
That's right, Amber.
Okay, well,
Flat chest, small boobs.
Is that a huge knockoff for you?
Yeah, small knockoff, knockoff.
Let me just get to episode 11, please. Episode 11. Episode 11!
They only did 2 seasons of this show, right?
So close to the finale of the show. It feels insane. I will say, I can't believe Daisy's here, but I digress. Let's fucking go. Jesus Christ, fucking. Everyone goes back to LA, to the LA house, and things are understandably awkward. What was once a lively house before is now empty and shallow. Along with the new note, John brings cleaning supplies so the women can clean up the house that they've trashed, aka
Clean this fucking house.
Does he not?
You sloppy bitch.
The doorbell rings and uh-oh, parents are here! Same thing that happened last year. Even though I will say, last year the parents just felt a bit funner. It is what it is. Amber's dad is the first one to show, and Brett walks out of this room with no hat and no bandana.
Holy shit.
This is fucking crazy.
Does he have hair?
Yes, he does have hair.
No hat and no bandana?
Last year, Lacey's dad was like, you have extensions under that? Is that a wig? So I think Brett's like, not fucking with that anymore. He's showing people I have a natural full head of beautiful hair. Fuck you. When Amber goes to hug her dad,
That's crazy.
it's a thing
I wonder if
where-
he
I don't know
fucks
if
with the
they edited
bandana
it, but
on.
It is disgustingly long.
He probably showers with the bandana on.
Holding on to those pops a long time.
I miss you, Daddy.
Hello? Sir?
What's the longest you'd ever hold your dad?
5 minutes. It's called the Cane's hug.
They also keep repeating Big John's sir line over and over. You know,
Sir?
they're really hugging in the edit, so it's like, sir, sir, sir.
Sir? 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 Sir?
Next, Destiny's parents show up, and their dad's a cool biker dad, and Brett likes
Oh,
him.
hell yeah,
He's a
dude.
Cool biker dad. And finally,
Cool
Daisy,
biker
she's
dad.
like, I'm on my own, and I don't know I've been alone since I was 15. So what happens is...
Is this an eye right here? I think
Ex,
this
his
is
older
eye.
sister shows up, and she's like, yeah, it's like kind of like my older sister. I'm like, that's kind of awkward, right? With the parents all here...
This girl doesn't have parents. Oh, yeah. You wonder why Daisy is the way she is.
Drink. Brett's face lights up. Oh, are you diabetic? He wants that connection immediately.
Diabetic or...
Oh, are you diabetic? Are you diabetic? Which Destiny's dad just says, no, I have liver cancer and I'm going to die in about 6 months. And Brett is like... Brett then starts talking to Amber's dad and finds out that she's not 32, she's 37. Deceitful bitch. Are any of these women telling the truth ever at any point in the show? I'm not sure.
No.
To be fair, if it's a
No.
game show, then why would you, right? You're
Yeah,
entertainment.
you gotta win.
Entertainment.
It's
You
entertainment.
gotta do what you gotta do to win. If you gonna lie to this man, you gotta lie. Did they get money?
This year, like the year before.
That's
It's
what I asked
so
last
funny.
time, but
He's
did they
like, "You know
did
what,
they
guys?
get money if
Let's
they
watch a
win?
live show of one of my shows. Why would you like? Who would want to do that? And he's like really into his own music too. He's like, I like the way you move, oh baby. And then like Destiny starts standing up and she
Damn,
starts, like,
Destiny's doing
dancing.
the
It's
most
funny.
right now.
Sexy.
I don't know if it's sexy, but during this screening, Destiny becomes more beast than man and starts dancing all in front of the concerts and they're dancing all the parents. She's like twerking, her pussy's kind of out and stuff, and like Brett's not looking at her all, he's holding Amber's hand the whole time. Kind of funny. Brett takes Daisy and Charles' sister.
I kind of wait. I was burning instead of. Oh god, I don't even know what I did.
Shout out the Lemmy Lounge. Brett presses Charles' sister, trying to get some more dirt on Daisy.
I don't know what the fuck
Goddamn,
I'm
the
doing
trust
right
is
now.
there. He thinks Daisy might be full of shit. He's kind of becoming a bit of a dick here. I mean, he's kind of like pressing it too much to the point where it's like, you've had her stay how many rounds now? Lay off, dude. Lay off. The next morning, everyone is in the kitchen, and Destiny's dad talks about how he has to choose between his Harley or his family. And he had to say goodbye to his Harley. You can tell that
His
he's
Harley
like,
over
"Gotta
his
let her have one
family."
thing I really love. My Harley. Big John comes in and hands Brett's note off to Destiny.
You
Brett
poor
goes to
man.
his parents out for lunch, and he's
You
gonna
had to
take
choose
them
between
out to
Harley
Disney
and your
sick
fucking
Harleys, because
family,
that's the one
dude.
thing that the dying man wanted that he definitely cared about. Definitely not Destiny. She's a stupid bitch. He's like, I want my Harley. That's what he wanted. He's like, if I die, I just want to ride a nice Harley. And they're gonna ride through LA on a nice Harley. And boy, oh boy, is he happy. You can tell he's like feebly hands. He's like. Destiny gets the Rock of Love 2 logo on her back.
Ew.
Amber and her dad's lunch. Brett takes them out for sushi, and Amber's dad's just like, what is this, raw fish? He's like, yeah, no, people have been eating it forever. Ugh. I don't want it. It's fucking stupid. Her dad does not like the sushi, and I don't think he really likes Asians. That's me kind of being a bit presumptuous there, but I think he's a war vet. I think he's just kind of like, can we get a milkshake or something? He can't even properly hold the chopsticks, which is a huge red flag for Brett. He's like, fucking arigato. Mr. Amber's dad. Brett confronts Amber about lying about her age, and she pretends to be shocked that she accidentally lied. Yeah, it's so fucking weird. She's like, I have to lie about my age for my job. I'm like, what are you? You know what I mean? What could you possibly?
Yeah, what are
I
you
have to lie about
doing?
my age about my job. I'm like, are you pretending to be a child? I don't know. She says for her career, she has to stay young. Whatever the fuck that means. And she
Yeah,
never
what the
says
fuck are
she
you
does for a
doing?
living. Brett just says, right. They get back to the house for elimination. Brett says goodbye
What the
to all his
fuck?
parents. Brett hugs the dying guy and
Mhm.
says that he hopes to cross paths with him in the future, which is such a funny thing to say to a man who's like, I have 6 months to live. And a guy's like, dude, I hope I see you again soon. Dude, buddy, I hope, hey, seriously, next year I better see you.
I'm going to tour for the next 6 months, but after that, dude, hopefully.
Dude, seriously, in about 2 years, I should be opened up. I hope I see you again soon. Huh? He also made a joke about them not making it home and that he'll die in 3 minutes. It's kind of weird. He's like, hey, you better be careful. It was very tone deaf. I don't know. Brett has really soured my perception of him this season, if I'm being honest. Also, to be fair, he did cancel. He canceled on us. He was supposed to show up,
What?
Dale. He was supposed to show up, and he canceled.
Oh, Brett.
That would have been iconic if
Still
he
have the
actually
rights
showed up.
to Every Rose Has Its Thorns. It doesn't matter. I'm just saying that he canceled.
I wanted to hear Brett, though. Oh.
Before elimination, while the girls are still in their rooms, Amber, for some reason, feels the need to air out her concerns to the other girls. Someone is going home in 15 minutes. Who cares what problems you have? Shut the fuck up and let's just get this over with, right?
Exactly.
She's getting eliminated, so she speaks with the girls and thinks Destiny is not in love with Brett, which Destiny admits. She's like, I don't really know him. I mean, I don't fucking know. I mean, I like him. And, you know, people are like,
I mean, I like him.
I love him, bitch. But I digress. It's elimination time. Only 3 girls left. Who do I think's going home?
Obvious. It is obvious.
Who do you think?
Destiny.
See, I'm gonna say
Destiny?
again.
Oh, what? You are crazy.
They can't send Destiny home because she has the cancer card.
Oh, I did not think of that. Amber, go. Get out of here.
You don't look at her like that.
I'll talk to her however I want. Daisy, stay. Please.
I think Daisy's going home. We'll see. Brett lays it on, a little shtick with Daisy, saying that Daisy has a walk-in closet worth of baggage and a garage full of skeletons.
You have sort of a walk-in garage of a certain amount of skeletons that I feel we're working real
Oh,
hard to
look
get
at
to.
her. She's so hot, though.
He asked Daisy if there's anything else she needs to tell
There's
him.
another eye
He
here.
calls
This
out
is an
Destiny
eye.
for not loving Brett. She's like, yeah, so Destiny said that you don't love her. Whatever. And Destiny says she wanted to be on the season 1 so bad that she couldn't even watch the first season. I wanted to be on the first season so bad that I didn't even watch the show. I was sick. Sick to my stomach. But inevitably, what happens is the person to get kicked off is Destiny. You're right.
I know it. I looked.
You looked into your ball. You were fucking right, dude. It's bullshit. You've been wrong before, so fuck you.
I am never wrong.
You're
Dale
almost always
is
wrong.
never wrong.
Which, this is the problem, is I should have seen it before, is she got the tattoo, therefore she has to get kicked off. It's what happened with Heather last season.
The curse.
The curse of the
Brett's
tattoo.
happy that he has 2 beautiful girls, Amber and Daisy, for the finale, which will all be in Cancun. And I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I've been betting against Daisy for how long? How long have I been saying
Since the beginning.
The entire time.
Almost the entire fucking time. And I'm realizing now that Winslow was right. I think Daisy might win this whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
Winslow is right. Hey,
I have to go and I have to be with my best friend Winslow because I was talking shit on him earlier, but we need to come together now and we need to watch this finale together. Dale, I'm leaving. I'm sorry.
oh, wait, come back.
No.
But I'm so lonely.
Fuck you, Dale.
Oh. Daisy, what are you up to?
He has like a maggot eye.
Yeah, Daisy, what are you up to? And you show the Reddit post of like, Daisy's home. Daisy's home. Daisy's homeless.
He's homeless. Oh my god. That poor girl.
Well. Look what the cat dragged in.
I know.
Welcome back.
Listen, Winslow, I've done a lot of soul searching.
Yeah.
On the final episode I've been talking about with everybody, and Daisy's made it to the final fucking round. I think that you were right from the beginning, and I just want you to know that I'm here with you, man. I think I support Daisy as well.
You do?
I think so.
Do you apologize?
I do, Winslow.
This is kind of a sick picture.
So, this is what I'm going to say. Why don't we review this last episode together?
Yeah, let's do it, Hunter.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Season finale. Let's go. There's 2 people left, Daisy and Amber. My boy Winslow called Daisy from the very beginning, therefore I am back in this bitch until the very end. Episode 12, Brett's Rock of Love.
Should I do
Let's
this
get it.
one?
This is it, folks. The final episode.
Dun,
We're
dun,
down to
dun,
2 beautiful women.
dun,
If
dun,
not
dun,
both
dun, dun,
beautiful
dun,
women.
dun, dun.
Can we at least agree with that?
Definitely.
I think we have to.
Brew break.
Brew break.
Brew break.
I could go for a brew break.
Brett cracks a few brews before flying off to Cancun.
In real
When they
life.
arrive at the hotel, they are greeted with a Mayan traditional dance. You can tell Brett's kind of disgusted. The girls get up to the room where Brett has left goodie bags for clothes for them. They're really excited, and they have a poolside dinner with Brett when Daisy reads off a list of issues she has with Brett. She's bringing receipts, baby, and I think that's a kind of lead charge you
Let me
need
see
from
this.
a leading lady.
Yeah, she's clearing air.
She's clearing air. Exactly. In Amber's monologue, she says she's surprised that Daisy can read the words off the paper, which is kind of funny. And the
I'm
girls
dead.
start catfighting and end up just ruining dinner. Brett once again walks away from it, which I don't blame him. Brett says the next day he's going to go on a date with Amber, and the day after, he'll have a date with Daisy. Brett goes back to his room while the ladies go back to their room. Daisy confronts Amber the next morning about her saying she just uses her sexuality to get men, which Amber says, Daisy isn't sexy.
What?
I
Yeah,
know.
right.
Huh?
Which I gotta say, Winslow, we gotta at least agree that without makeup, Daisy looks a little beat.
Well, what woman is it?
Well, that's true. Brew break.
Jesus
Brett's
Christ.
date is a Mayan jungle experience with a spa.
I don't know about that. I think some girls are pretty without makeup.
It's a good time. At the end,
It's all like
they
what
get
you're
to go
used to. If
massage
you're
this
used to
fucking
like
cave
the
or
certain
something by a
face,
fucking waterfall. Amber gets off her massage
you know,
table and sits
you're
on
gonna
Brett's
look different
back
with
and
the
gets a
makeup off.
massage. It's pretty funny.
That's all you're used to seeing.
The workers are just like, this is completely not what we're supposed to do, so okay. Afterwards, they have lunch next to the ocean when Brett airs his concerns with Amber. He's wondering if she can handle his rock star lifestyle, right?
Yeah, right. Old bitch.
That's what I think. It's always weird when Brett says that. Does that mean he's
It
gonna
is
cheat
always
on her,
weird
like,
because
every
what do
next
you,
words?
you're
Like,
not,
Is she gonna be just so completely befuddled by people being like, I like your music. Come on, Amber, back off. After they eat, there's a really cringe exchange between the two of them while they're hugging and looking into the ocean. I like you because you fit in my nook.
You know what's good about you two? You fit in good.
Yeah, I fit in your nook.
You nook in me.
Yeah, I'm nooking you.
I like the way you nook in my nook.
Yeah.
It's just
Oh.
cringy lines of her.
What the fuck does that even mean?
You fit in my nook. Amber goes back to her room for 1 hour while Brett gets ready for dinner. So they ate during that date. So they had lunch and now they're gonna have dinner. 2 meals. Diabetic thing is really acting up. Daisy asks Amber how their date was, and Amber says Daisy is the ugliest person she's ever met in her life, and she's a bit of a hateful bitch. I gotta be honest. She's a little bit.
Okay,
of,
that was
hate there,
not
right?
necessary.
Very jealous. Extremely jealous. It's amazing how much they fight in just 1 hour just to get it over with. You know what I mean? You gotta have just a little something.
What is this
Amber
right
eats
here?
Brett
Is
for
like
dinner at the hotel, and
overexposed.
Brett gives her a cubic zirconia necklace, and she loves it. I mean, she's speechless. Oh my god, Brett! Right? Brett! After talking about their date for a while, Amber tells Brett that she's not wearing any panties. Which you get one of the best Bret Michaels quotes of his life. Might be of his life. We have it framed here in the office. One of the sweetest things a woman can say to a man, I'm not wearing any panties. Cha-ching.
Cha-ching.
A woman could ever say to a man, I'm not wearing any panties. Cha-ching.
Hey-oh. Hey-oh. She opens up her legs to show her nasty cooter to Brett, and he says, how about one more time? Does a little, what is that, Basic Instinct? What the fuck is that? That movie from the 90s? They go back to Brett's room where they go to the balcony.
She actually did that. She actually flashed pussy right at him.
Still in the room, they're just licking their chops.
Yo, TV used to be crazy back in the day. We used to watch this shit when we were kids.
When they meet, Daisy viciously attacks Brett with kisses. She's there to win.
Oh, so hot. Go, Daisy, go!
Go, Daisy, go. She is in it to fucking win it. Brett asks Daisy if she's at a good point in her life for him, and she says that Amber is in a stable place for a relationship, and Daisy basically has no idea what he's saying. She's like, what the fuck are you even talking about? On the boat, Brett holds Daisy on her belly, and they do a Titanic pose. Daisy starts to get pretty seasick, so Brett starts to rub her back while she says she's losing feeling in her hands while holding an ice-cold water. Pretty funny. She's like, I can't feel my hands. He's like, it's okay, baby. Brett makes a joke to the captain that they should turn back because they're fishing for bodies instead of just fish, and he's like, okay.
We know what we're jumping on. No, I don't. We want to be fishing, but not for her body.
That's when Daisy starts puking all over the place.
Oh,
Brett says that
God.
Daisy's the hottest chick puking that he's ever seen. while rubbing his,
That's so
right
romantical.
hand on her belly. I really didn't like that shot. He like, had her belly, and he was like rubbing his like ice cold hand. He was like rubbing her belly. I didn't like that. They get back on land when Brett rightfully sends Daisy back up to her room to brush her nasty ass fucking puke mouth. And they meet for dinner later on, and Brett gives her the exact same necklace that he gave Amber the night before. Which I will say, we didn't see this before, but remember in the finale
crazy.
of Rock of Love season 1, they both were wearing Flying V guitar necklaces.
Ooh,
so
yeah.
I'm wondering if this is them trying to make something out of that exchange. I don't know.
I wonder how quick they pawn that off.
Brew break. Brew break.
Brew break.
Brew break. So late. But they make out, and this is the second time Brett uses the check please line, which he did for Amber too. When it's like a sexy moment where you just uh-oh, check please.
Check please.
He has a lot of like more stuff. I think he would do very well with The Office.
I don't know how I feel about this bit because it's too.
Absolutely.
Now the paper.
Now the pay exactly. On which NBC?
Yeah, NBC.
Which that is sponsored here. It's not sponsored. I bet it's a really bad show. It's probably very bad.
It's funny. It's funny.
As dinner goes on, Daisy talks shit on Amber and says she's boring, and Daisy says she's in love with Brett, who, by the way, is wearing a shirt that just says tattoo. Okay? Not the best shirt from Brett. Just want to say that. They start making out and go back to Brett's room and fuck on the bed that's in the room, not on the balcony bed that he fucked Amber on the night before, so he's just like, we're not going to fuck outside, we're going to fuck inside. Classy move, Brett. Classy move.
Classy.
Daisy the boot back to her room the next morning, and Daisy gives Amber the silent treatment at first, and Amber calls her out on it. Then Amber and Daisy start fighting again for no real reason, and that's when Daisy starts to ugly cry yet again, which is a power move. That's our winner. That's our bread maker right there. Which for her is just normal crying, but for everyone else, you're like that plastic doll is screaming in pain. Daisy doesn't even know what the fuck's really happening. But you know what? I digress. She's our champion. Someone from the hotel.
She is our
brings
champion.
breakfast and a note from Brett saying the girls are getting a spa day. Next, it shows Brett walking along the beach, contemplating the season so far, with one of his many diverse acoustic ballads playing in the background.
When times got tough, you pull.
Stop.
our own song of Every Rose Has Its Thorns here at the end too, so don't you worry. The girls get their own separate limos to take to final elimination. Both women look stunning for the finale. I will say they both look pretty fucking hot, even Daisy. The finale is at this like
Even Daisy. Stop shitting on Daisy.
No, it's pretty sick. It looks cool. They have like red on the stairs. Looks pretty rad. I laughed out loud at the part when Brett emerges from the ground in this like very slick brown suit with a black bandana. He emerges from his own grave to choose a victor. It's pretty good. Brett says that he has the hardest decision of his life.
I don't know how I feel about this pick just because it's a little...
Last season, he picked the wrong girl, and he doesn't want to make the same mistake. I'm going to say, final prediction, Daisy wins. Because
Daisy wins, 100%.
I called this from the fucking beginning, and I'm going to ride this horse into the sunset.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's kind of fucked, like, right here at the shoulder.
Before he picks his Rock of Love,
I don't know.
Concerns with both ladies. Brett is extremely concerned that Amber can't handle his rock and roll lifestyle. He is selling out stadiums left and right. Women constantly throw themselves.
He is not.
Handle it.
I don't even think back then he was.
Keep cutting the girls, and they both are
maybe in the 80s. Or whenever the fuck he was actually popular, but not.
Crazy juxtaposition. Brett invites Daisy down to talk to him, where he tells her that her tour ends. Daisy fucking loses!
Oh, how? She was perfect.
Daisy, my queen! Why? Amber is officially Brett's Rock of Love.
I'm dreaming. Wake me up. Wake me up.
How?
Down.
How can he do that?
Daisy, my queen. Oh,
yes, I know.
Should've got Daisy on the show. She's homeless.
Off in some dark alley to be fucking, I don't know, kidnapped or something. I don't know what the fuck happens to her. But she just, I don't know. She just wants to curl up into a ball and eat ice cream. I don't fucking know.
Holy
she starts
shit.
crying when she says, "What am I supposed to leave?" And she's already walking into the darkness of this.
Yeah,
alley.
there she goes into the darkness.
Just eliminated me. And it sucks because I love him. I'm fucking in love with him.
Amber's the winner. She's the Rock of Love. And Brett got his Rock of Like, his Rock of Lust, and his Rock of Love. They go and have hot monkey sex, which is what he says. And the show ends with a sick
He
guitar
said
riff
that?
with a graphic of the Emmy Resorts. I don't know why that got me pretty good. Where it's like, it's such an obvious sponsor where it's like, they had to film this. All right.
What the fuck am I doing? Oh, here we go. I just lost my mind for a second. I just
that Rock of Love
dissociated.
Season 2 is as good as Rock of Love Season 1, right? But, Winslow, we have one thing.
What? What is it?
Bret Michaels may have bailed on his journey here to be here for the shoot today, but god damn it, we still have the copyright for Every Rose Has Its Thorns.
That's right.
Big Jake.
Don't play it, dude. Holy shit. Okay, that was actually iconic as fuck. I don't even remember. I don't even remember the second season of that. Let's watch some Breaking Bad
If
shit.
you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that opens up a world of possibilities. With Venture X, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy.
Shut
Plus, get
up!
premium benefits at a collection of
I don't
luxury
have any
hotels when you book
fucking
on
money to
Capital
travel.
What's in your wallet? If
Nothing.
you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that
You're
opens
not
up
gonna
a
hit me
world
with the
of
same ad
possibilities. With
twice.
Venture X,
Oh
you earn
my
unlimited double
god,
miles on
bro.
everything you buy. Plus, get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. Capital
That
One.
the audacity to
What's in
hit me with the same
Hi,
ad
GQ.
twice
Bryan Cranston here.
is
Today,
crazy.
I'm going undercover on the internet. Yes, it is actually me.
Bryan Cranston.
Twitter,
It's not Twitter anymore.
from Derpa's glass art. Bryan Cranston
Derpa's.
always take his pants off. Malcolm in the Middle, Breaking Bad, man just wants to show his underwear. You know, I gave up on that a long time ago, and I'm just giving America what it wants to see.
Thank you.
Apparently.
Thank you.
From King Mild, every time I see these two, they're always just hanging out. Did Bryan Cranston adopt Aaron Paul? He's young enough to be my son. No, we did clash a lot on Breaking Bad, but I love the guy. He's just a great human being. And we're business partners now in Dos Hombres.
What do you mean?
There
What
is a rumor that
business?
We have matching tattoos, but that's
I like
not
this
a rumor.
mustache that he
We have
has.
matching piercings.
Oh. Slay.
Wikipedia. Cranston was ordained as a minister by the Universal Life Church and performed weddings for $150 a service to help with his income.
They're making meth together
I
in
was
real life
19
now.
years old when I first started doing that on Catalina Island when I was spending my summers working. Unbeknownst to me, I didn't realize how easy it was to do that. You simply fill in the application, send it to the Secretary of State of whatever state you're in, and you are ordained. Bless you. Instagram. Will there ever be a Malcolm in the Middle season 8? I don't know if there's going to be a season, but we're talking. Everybody would love to come back and explore what those characters are doing 20 years later. So we're excited by the possibility that there will be a Malcolm in the Middle reboot, or maybe a film, or we don't quite know, but there's a possibility. It has
I
to
never
be
really watched
something
Malcolm in the Middle that
substantial and
much.
important.
Only a little bit.
Reddit.
Is there anywhere I could just like watch it for free? I would watch
Can
it.
Bryan Cranston play Hugh Hefner in a Playboy biopic? I'm looking at two pictures. One
I'm
of me and
dead.
one of Hugh, and
Wait.
there is some similarity.
Wait.
So I think the answer would be
Yes.
yes. And boy, the research would be fun. Bryan
Stop.
Cranston, I'd like to play Willie Nelson. We're both old and wrinkled.
If they ever do a fucking movie about that man, they need to get it right and show how much of a fucking asshole he was and how really shady shit went down on that fucking mansion. Weird shit. I don't know if you want to.
I think I said that on the Tonight Show recently. I
If
think I
you
was
want to do
asked this
that.
just on the
You could
street
want to
from
do it, but you
some
gotta do it
interview or
right.
Something like that. What famous person would you like to play? I don't know why, Willie Nelson. I probably saw a picture of him or something, and I thought, yeah, I could probably play him at my age now. I'd have to really strongly increase my marijuana intake, though. And now, something called Quora. How did Bryan Cranston come up with Walter White's voice from Breaking Bad series? I opened
Goblin
my mouth
voice.
and started speaking. What I did is I patterned Walter White after my father,
Oh,
who
God.
was 30 years older than me. I felt that Walter White was older than his actual years, the way he carried himself, the way he was burdened by society. He felt like a much older man than he really was. So I thought, I think if I just take on the characteristics of my father, more rounded shoulders for an older man, a deeper voice, that'll do it. That'll convey what I'm hoping to convey. And then when he transitions into becoming Heisenberg, his shoulders go back, his voice goes stronger,
this right here is
and becomes more formidable to his enemies. I often get asked if I miss playing him, and I really don't. It's the feeling that you fully expressed yourself while the series was going on, and you spent it all while you were there. And I thought that Vince Gilligan wrote a beautiful beginning, middle, and end to that series. And so I didn't feel like I needed more. And then all of a sudden, he called me and said, we're doing this movie El Camino, which is the continuation of where the Jesse Pinkman character goes. I said, absolutely, I'll do whatever you want. So Walter White shows up in there. Then they do Better Call Saul, and we get a call for the last season. We'd love you to come in and do it. Okay,
Oh,
sure.
shit, he
Then
came
I
in for the
become
last
Walter
season of
White
that?
again. Recently, we did a
Oh
Pop
shit, I didn't know
commercial
that.
for the Super Bowl, and I'm playing Walter White again. So even though I don't miss him, I don't get a chance.
Wait. There was a fucking Breaking Bad Super Bowl ad. So 2023. Oh, people! I didn't even know about this. People probably lost their minds when they saw this. People probably lost their minds when they saw this, dude.
Yo, what's up?
gonna flood it.
I'm not gonna flood it.
That, to my ear, sounds distinctly like flooding.
Ah!
Even a blind squirrel.
What?
Did it just like digitally put in?
And they're air popped, not fried.
Popcorners. You're an artist.
Actually, Jesse, it's just basic ingredients. No, we don't eat our own supply.
Mr. White!
Jesse.
Everyone's gonna want to taste. And I know just the guy to talk to. What are these?
Oh wow, great. That's funny. Who keeps blooping me? Oh my god, stop. Alright. Oh. Hello? Hey now. What? Hello? Okay, this is it. Can I mute this? People are being added to this fucking Valheim server that I'm just not into because I don't want to leave it. Can I mute it? I kind of want to low-key grief them just as a prank. I know that's fucking bad, but I do.
We can treat minor sprains, chest pains, and smart little brains.
Smart little
But there's
brains.
one thing we shouldn't have to treat. Kids are safe when a gun is locked in one.
Oh.
Raise health.
That's correct. Annie, you ready? Here we go. Rolling. And 3, 2, 1, action!
I can't believe he took methany like that. That's crazy.
Beautifully done. Beautifully done.
That scene was the culmination for me of 6 years of the show. I knew how difficult that was going to be, how challenging it was going to be. So
Damn.
they had a little bedroom for me, and I went in there, and I just kept myself in that zone. And then they came in and said, "Sorry, we've got a hold. It's snowing."
Oh shit. I've noticed that they fucking film it during winter a lot.
Sit on it and hold it. Then they came back in and said, "Okay, it stopped snowing, and we're ready to go now."
Roll. Right here. And action, Anna.
Please stop! Please! 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 Please!
Damn. That was crazy when he took methany though. That was actually insane.
Got it.
Sometimes what happens as an actor is you get to the moment when it's time to give it over, and your body says, "I don't want to. I don't want to," because it's scary. Ryan came up to me after the first few passes and said, "Listen, Annie, you don't have to worry about falling down to the street." And I said, "I'm just scared." And he said, "Yeah, okay. Okay."
Damn.
He just knew that I needed somebody to essentially take my hand, in essence, to say, "You're safe."
Roll it.
And he looked at me and he saw it and he said, okay. And he turned around and quietly said, let's go. And he walked away. And there we were. And then we did it.
Hmm? Hey, thank you for the follow. Okay, this is kind of crazy. Sorry, I'm gonna pause that video. You go into a stream and you just hear a woman screaming please in the background. Yeah, that's great. How you say your name? Ted. Why you always have like everybody always has a difficult fucking names? I can't read, bro. I can't fucking read.
It feels so real because Anna puts herself in Skylar's shoes and goes on that emotional roller coaster.
Cut it.
I want to honor that beautiful piece of writing, and I want to honor that character by giving it everything I know I have to give it. Afterwards, when I thanked him for...
You don't even know how to say
for
your own
helping
name?
me, he said, well, I didn't have anything to do with it. I mean, you
That's
did it
actually
all,
pretty
but,
funny.
You know, he helped make it happen.
Why you got a snowflake on your thing? What's that snowflake from? You just smashed the keyboard and that's what came out? That's pretty cool. Charity from 2018? Dang. I got a cake next to my name. Little piece of cake. You wanna see? I'll show you. I'll show you my cake. Oh, that sounds weird. Never mind. Ta-da! See? Look at my cake. Okay, I'm gonna stop saying that. No, don't clip that. Our Place 2023 cake. Slay. I like having the cake though. It's cute. What should I watch now? You got cake for days? Dang. Bro, I don't know what else to watch. I'm hungry. There's no food in my house, bro. I wish I had cake. I would eat the shit out of that cake. You just had some lunch? What did you eat? I had a egg salad sandwich this morning. Ooh! There's a fucking fruit fly right in my face. Rice and egg and chicken. Mmm. Mmm. That sounds pretty good. I don't know what to watch now. I don't wanna do your dirty work. Ah. Wah. How illegal sports betting actually works. That's a cool video. Mojo's top 10 respectable people who turned out to be huge racists. Wow. That's a good. That WatchMojo.com is running out of ideas, bro. Betting? Nah, you don't need to do that. Wait, let me watch this Vine Sauce video. They play people are still playing Repo?
Hello? Is this Messi from soccer?
Oh, Jesus.
I'm not cursed at this.
Skip.
Garlic? What am I looking at?
15K? Dang, that's pretty cool. That's pretty lucky.
Why is that just there on the chair?
I think it's sitting.
I don't feel like watching this actually. Should I just listen to music and mute the stream? The Breaking Bad Iceberg Explained. Let's watch this. I'm watching a lot of Breaking Bad videos.
Sliced. Freddy Fazbear's Pizza.
Jesse was in bad season 1. Saul Goodman appears in Attack on Titan. Walt was going to torture Tuco to death. And is this actually the moment Walter White became Heisenberg? These are just some of the topics we're going to cover today.
This is from local high school play musical, not High School Musical. It's The Wiz. This is the Tin Man.
Just jump in.
And yeah, I took pictures of it back in May. Slay. I don't like how weird it looks right here, though. It's too much. Let me make it brighter. It looks kind of fucked up here, too, but it's kind of cool.
Metastasis is an infamous
Yeah, it's definitely fucking
created as a Colombian telenovela series covering all 5 seasons of the show and all 62 episodes. Featuring Walter Blanco instead of Walter White.
Walter
and
Blanco.
Jose Miguel Rosas instead of Jesse. Despite the series being a pretty faithful remake, aside from a few name changes and the setting being
Walter
changed from
Blanco is
Bogotá,
actually
New Mexico
iconic.
to Bogota, Colombia, this show is notorious for just being worse than the original in all aspects. But what do you expect when you remake what many consider to be the greatest television drama series of all time? The original now sits at a 9.5 out of 10 stars on IMDb, while the remake currently sits at an eye-watering 2.5 out of 10 on IMDb, and already has multiple video essays on YouTube comparing scenes from both series and explaining why this remake is
Walter
so bad.
Blanco,
Poor
dude.
acting, parody qualities,
Wait,
CGI,
who? What?
and
Who
just
did
everything
Walter
in
Blanco?
between. That's not to say it's all terrible, though. I actually think that the actor who plays
Oh,
Walter
I didn't know he could do
Blanco
that.
does a pretty decent job of emulating
Look
the
at that.
small mannerisms of Bryan Cranston's iconic performance, although they do miss a lot of the nuances and subtleties featured throughout the original. But again, this series was made with a very small budget and under limited shooting schedules.
All the pizza.
Better Call Saul presents Slippin' Jimmy. It pains me to say it, but this official Slippin' Jimmy Better Call Saul spinoff might be even worse than the thing we just covered. I have no idea who thought this was a good idea, boasting a 2.7.
Alright, I don't know how I feel about this edit, though.
Metastasis. This show is a cartoon.
Let me see the
prequel to Better
original.
Call Saul, featuring Jimmy as a young kid alongside his friend Marco, pulling their typical cons and whatnot.
You, the
Like many
colors
said
are
before
making you
already,
emotional?
just
Really?
why? This is one of the most unnecessary things
Huh.
ever to be put on TV. There's only 6
Interesting.
episodes, all around 8 to 9
This is
minutes,
the
so trust
this
me,
is
we're
the
not missing out on
default
much if
picture
you
that I
haven't seen
took.
this. Of course, it goes without saying, Better Call Saul is fantastic. Some may argue even better than Breaking Bad, but not this spin-off. Stay away from this.
But not our Jimmy. Couldn't be precious Jimmy.
Memes. Who could forget the many great memes?
I guess I'll just leave it like that for now. Maybe I'll go back and edit it again later.
Close to having this much
But
of
for
an
right now, I'm
impact
just
on
gonna leave it the way it is.
From Finger to the Walter Hartwell White monologue, Minerals,
Walter.
Walt falling over.
Sussy baka.
This is the moment
Walter.
where insert
The-
whatever happens. Bravo, Vince. I mean, you know about all these, right? I mean, the list goes on and on. Just thought it definitely deserved a mention on this iceberg.
Someone cooked here.
Deleted scenes.
I love this shit.
So there are quite a
Oh,
few
this
deleted
shit is so
scenes from
good.
Each season, some of which were understandably cut, and some of which I actually
yeah, I'll
think
look
might
at that
have actually
later.
benefited the story. This is
Let me just do one picture. One more. Which one?
Which we'll talk about.
Maybe this one?
Also, I didn't include it as a separate
I
entry
wish
on this
this.
list, but
I wish it
Breaking
was
Bad
just
has
like
some
her,
cool
but
bloopers
it's
as
like
well.
this weird. I don't know if this is part of her arm right here, maybe, or if this is somebody else's arm like in front of her that like blocked my shot.
This will really work. This will. I can't say it.
This will widdly work.
I don't know, Mr. White. Do you think that this?
All right, let me get one of these yellow girls in here. Another one of these yellow girls. See, someone's arm is here, right in front, so it kind of blocked my shot. Maybe this one I'll do. Let me see it. Let me see it. Let me look. Let me take a look. Earl Sweatshirt album cover? I don't know who that is.
I don't know. Do you think that this will work, man?
Do you think that this will work,
I won't
man?
be out here anymore.
So as far as notable, worth mentioning deleted scenes, in Season 1 there's some extra Walt birthday scenes which are just kinda awkward, as well as some more scenes with Jesse, but nothing too crazy. Season 2 has a
Earl
really interesting
Sweatshirt.
cutscene in which it shows Saul discovering Walter White
Okay,
inside
my
of a
fucking
high school
Chrome is
yearbook that gets
shitting
sent to
itself.
him, probably by his PI.
Oh, he's the same age as me,
Of course,
so
the scene plays out very
you can't be
differently in
that
Better
old
Call
if you
Saul,
like
as
him.
we actually get a conversation between
Or if
Mike
you
and
know about
Saul,
him.
discussing them tracking down Walt's identity. Speaking of which, we get some more classroom scenes with
Oh,
Walt,
you talking
some
about like one
strange
of
hallucination
these?
stuff. Season 3 also has a bunch of deleted and or
Like
extended
that?
scenes which
This?
were cut. But going back to
Yeah, that's pretty
interesting
good.
scenes featuring
The
everyone's
teeth
favorite
look
lawyer,
crazy
we get
on that
another
one.
cut scene from Season 3, which would have added a bit more foreshadowing to Jimmy and Kim's divorce in Better Call Saul, as we see him track down Walt to the laundry
I
room in
never
the motel
listened to this
after
guy.
Skyler leaves him and tells him,
You think I don't get it?
Oh,
I get
shit.
it, okay? I've been here myself. I mean, this place, literally. This is where every middle-aged washout ends up when his wife gives him the boot. 3 marriages. You think I haven't been here?
3 marriages.
There's a couple more Hank scenes as well here. Season 4 is mostly just a lot of extended cuts, although we do get Hank watching a TV show about minerals, so there's that.
Oh, I remember
Funnily
his
enough, it's just
mineral
narration,
arc.
though, as
Hank's
the
mineral
TV
arc
isn't
was
even
actually
on in the
legendary.
shot. We get some more car wash stuff, and that's mostly it. For the final season, Season 5,
Odd
there's a
Future
really
Group with
awkward
Tyler.
extended
Oh, I
sex
see.
scene, some
I
other
see.
extended scenes involving the
Interesting.
train heist, as well as Walt and Jesse's final
Hmm.
goodbye. And another interesting scene in which Mike is disposing of guns in a desert and throws a grenade down the hole that never explodes. Skylar hate. So it's a very well-known thing.
Leave
among
Skylar
fandom that
alone.
Skylar is
Skylar
easily
alone.
the most hated character in the show.
What?
Granted,
That's
a lot
so
of this
weird
has
to me.
died down over the years, but it was really bad while the show was still airing. I mean, the actress Anna Gunn was actually getting harassed over this, which of course,
Why?
is not okay. even
That's
if you
so
dislike
fucking
the
weird.
character. Why do people hate Skylar though? Well, I think
I
it
don't
mostly
know.
just comes down to the fact that she's just
The
too
worst
real.
character
Like,
in the
her
show
character's
for
very
me is
realistic.
probably
She
Todd.
absolutely
Todd
can't stand
actually
Walter
irked
for
me
the
so
things he's
bad.
done after finding out about it, and tries to distance herself from him, although she can be quite a bit contradictory at times, you know, committing the whole tax fraud thing with Ted. She's just
Yeah.
kind of the anti-fun character, always getting in the way of Walt's
Anti-fun
schemes, and
character?
just like us, the audience, on more than a few occasions is manipulated by Walt. Most people, at least in the beginning
Meow.
of the show, want him to succeed, even when it's clear that most of the time, almost all the time, he's the one in the wrong. Most
He
people will
is the
still
one in the
rather side
wrong.
with Walt
100% of the
not
time.
just because of the manipulation factor, him being delusional, saying he's doing this all for his family and whatnot. But
Yeah,
another
he's
less talked about
not.
aspect is he's just so fun to watch.
I don't want no
and the
magenta
things he
in
gets
this.
up
I
to
just
in the
want-
series is
yeah.
obviously why we watch the show. So of course people want to see him win, but I think most people also know that Walt is a monster, while Skylar on the other hand
He is
just
a
bit of
monster.
Karen. That's it. Also, the happy birthday cringe. I
Yeah,
can't
the happy
defend that
birthday
one, I'm sorry.
cringe was so
Also,
bad.
just gotta say though, Anna Gunn does give great emotional performances throughout the entire series, so shout out to her. Her character can be annoying at times, but that does not mean that she's a bad character. Yellow Mexico. Another
Oh yeah,
notorious
Yellow Mexico is
detail of Breaking
crazy.
Bad is that for whatever reason, to signify that a scene takes place
We're in Mexico. That means
there's a
everything
yellow
has to be
tint put over the
fucking
screen
yellow
in
as
post,
shit.
because otherwise, how are we supposed to
Yeah,
tell?
how are we supposed to
It's
know
funny,
that we're in
too, looking at it
Mexico?
side by side with and without the filter, because
It's
not
so
even that
yellow.
subtle. It's a very strong piss filter that's hard to
Yeah,
remove.
it is a piss
Although,
filter.
One of the possible reasons for this, as some commenters have suggested, is that it was also used in the flashback scenes to hide actors' ages, such as with Gus. as that main flashback with Don Eladio takes place around 1989 when Gus is only about 31 years old. It's also
Same.
worth noting that Breaking Bad didn't actually invent the so-called Mexican filter, as it even has a Wikipedia page, and was used
The
previously
Mexican
in
filter.
2000's Traffic. Popcorner's Super Bowl ad.
Okay, I just watched
This
this
is, of
ad.
course, another pretty well-known and recent one, coming out in 2023.
Hey,
as
where? I have a
Super
water
Bowl
bottle. I'm
commercial
kind of
for the
thirsty.
chip brand Popcorners.
It's way over
This
there.
was a collaboration with Breaking Bad, featuring remakes of many iconic scenes, and the respective actors.
Hold on, I gotta stretch. All right.
Reprising
I'm
their roles,
thirsty.
including Bryan Cranston returning as Walter White, Aaron Paul as Jesse Pinkman, and Raymond Cruz as Tuco Salamanca. They got the RV engine flooding scene, the This Is Art scene from episode 1, and of course the first meeting with Tuco. Even throwing
It is
in
art,
Say My
dude.
Name, cause why not?
You're an artist.
Actually, Jesse, it's just basic ingredients. No, we don't eat our own supply. Jesse.
Everyone's gonna want to taste.
SaveWalterWhite.com.
SaveWalterWhite.com.
SaveWalterWhite.com. In universe where Walt receives donations after his cancer diagnosis. There's also a real website which you can still visit, which is pretty cool. You got the cute bio written by Walt Jr. about his dad.
No
and
way,
of course
is that
the Save
real?
Walter White donation
Wait,
button, which Walt, of course,
SaveWalterWhite.com is
learned
still a
about in the show.
website.
Bravo, Vince. So I did mention this earlier in the memes entry, but this is such a classic comment that you will see on just about every Breaking Bad video on YouTube. Usually at this point sarcastically in relation to insane theories or things that allegedly happened while filming.
No!
You guys know Bryan Cranston actually ran into these two guys in that scene and Vince Gilligan just kept filming. Vince. Although at first these comments were actually most likely being serious and complimenting.
Is he
many
even still
instances of
alive? You mean the
foreshadowing featured throughout
character?
the series, or in relation to a
Dude,
certain
that's
moment or
spoilers.
scene in particular.
I need to
This is the
donate.
moment Walter White became Heisenberg.
Oh, it just leads to fucking
This is that
AMC.com.
moment, if that moment even exists at all. See, many people would point to the crawl space final scene as the moment.
Did
that
you ever watch Breaking Bad? Hold on, I need to rewind. I just missed all that stuff. Bryan Cranston. Oh. Brian's still alive. Yeah, he's still alive. I showed this to my boyfriend when I go over to his house. I was just gonna like pull it up and not even tell him. See if he finds it. You never finished it? Oh. You should finish it. So I just finished it last weekend. It was so good.
Such a classic comment that you will see on just about every Breaking Bad
So
video on
good. You have
YouTube.
to finish
Usually
it.
At this point, sarcastically in relation to insane theories or things that allegedly happened while filming. Like, did you guys know Bryan Cranston actually ran over these two guys in that scene and Vince Gilligan just kept filming? Bravo, Vince. Although at first these comments were actually most likely being serious and complimenting many instances of foreshadowing featured throughout the series, or in relation to a certain moment or scene in particular. This is the moment Walter White became Heisenberg. This is that
Oh, the
moment,
crawl
if that
space, you
moment even
think?
exists at all. See,
I don't know,
many
I
people
was
would
I was
point
trying
to
to
the
think of the
crawl
moment. I was
space
like, oh,
final
this is the
scene
moment
as
where
the
he
moment that
turns, bro.
Walter
He's
White
never coming back
actually
from this.
completely embodies
But it's
or
like,
becomes Heisenberg. However, and I'm not the first person to reach
wait, like,
this
what is that
conclusion, mind
moment?
you, it seems to me that there is no such thing as Heisenberg. Heisenberg and Walt are the same person and always have been. There is no distinguishable barrier between the two. Heisenberg isn't some ultra-masculine fantasy persona that Walter adopts. It's simply who he's always been or always wished to be. That part of him has always existed. He didn't slowly morph into this monster. At least I don't think so.
Morphin' time.
This is just who he's always been deep down. Plenty of people have
Mm.
done incredible deep dives into just this topic alone and diving deep into Walt's character, psyche, and personality, so just check out Verdana's hour-long video if you want to learn more about this. There's also some really great memes to come out of this as well. I mean, just look at any Breaking Bad video comment section again, and you'll find so many "this is the moment blank."
This is the moment, dude,
"This
where
is
he
the moment
fucking
blanks
turns,
became
dude.
Reals," or like, well, let me just go through some of my personal favorites from a video I found titled "The Moment When Mr. White Becomes Heisenberg" that just go completely off the rails. And mind you, you can find these in basically any Breaking Bad video comment section. These are just a few here, though. When Walter White became Iceberg.
When Walter
This
White
is the
became
exact moment where
Iceberg.
Walter White becomes Heisenberger. This is the moment-
Heisenberger.
This is the moment when meat,
Please.
cheese, lettuce, tomato, onions, pickles, and bun became hamburger. This is the moment Obama.
I'm so late to like this fandom.
This is the exact moment Gustavo Fring became a 12-piece crispy chicken meal from Los Pollos Hermanos.
I'm dead.
This is the moment Source Brew made a Breaking Bad iceberg. Okay, I'm sorry.
That was one of my favorite moments in the crawl space. That was actually. That was probably my favorite moment.
The most popular memes here. We have the
It is so good.
spin-offs, obviously poking fun at the current Hollywood trend of having a million shows and spin-offs.
Please,
milking
Vince,
franchises like
please
Star Wars and
make
Marvel.
Breaking
You got
Bad
classics
2,
like
Return of
Morals,
Flynn.
Better Fuel Huel, Airman Trout,
Better Fuel
Breaking
Huel.
Bad 2, Return of Flynn, Alaska,
Ah!
and my favorite, Better
Oh.
Fuck Chuck.
Better fuck. I don't know who Chuck is. I didn't watch Better Call Saul
had
yet.
some pretty great promotional material. Even though they are short, these little character introductions are great. There's a bunch of these
I need
like,
to watch
random
it, bro.
tutorials
I need to
featuring
watch
new
it.
cast members, such as how to make a pimento cheese sandwich with
Then I'll be
mustard,
fully
how to
immersed
start a
in the
$400
lore.
bill by Nacho, how to negotiate by Kim, how to tie a tie by Saul, and how to make a taco by
How to tie a
Lalo
tie
and
by
more.
Saul.
I will teach you how to make a taco so savory.
Ooh.
So spicy, so
Ooh.
Salamanca.
Ooh.
You'll drown your own brother. Just
Huh?
for a taste.
Oh. I'm dead.
That, of course, was a joke.
And beyond this, there are actually some Los Pollos employee training videos featuring Gus Fring, some of which are animated and some of which are live action.
Los Pollos.
Minisodes.
So your thinking was that I would have a lockpick up my ass. Is that right?
So similar to the training videos, these are some supplemental material films for Breaking
Huh?
Bad. And while I had seen a few prior to making this iceberg, I had no idea there were so many. I'd seen the Hank wedding one, and
Yeah, I
thought there
saw
was
that
maybe like
one.
5 of them, but no. There are 17 of these.
17?
So I'm just going to give a very quick rundown for
Oh, I
all of
had
them,
to see
or at least
these.
the most
I only
interesting
seen the Hank
ones.
one with
The
the
first
wedding.
one is titled Good Cop, Bad Cop, showing Hank and Marie's sex life on Valentine's Day, with her wearing a cop costume and handcuffing him to the
That's
bed.
fucking
Next is
kinky,
Wedding
bro.
Day, otherwise known as Hank's wedding, where him and Walt have a heart-to-heart as Hank admits to cheating on Marie 4.5 hours ago by getting a
4.5
BJ from
hours.
a man who he thought was a girl, and Walt also name drops the show. Twat Hammer, yes, that's the name of the episode and the name of Jesse's band, actually explores
Oh,
the
yes, his
origins of
band. I forgot
Jesse's
about his band.
It's pretty hilarious, like most of the other episodes. The 4th episode is Marie's confession, where she admits on video to her shoplifting shenanigans. The final minisode of Season 1 is called Break-In, and features an interesting heist where Walt and Badger attempt to steal back his vacuum cleaner from an old lady, which has $47,000 hidden inside of it. This might be the best one of them all. Fucking hilarious, honestly.
She's got pool cleaning supplies and pool stuff. There's chlorine. You can chloridate her. Oh, God.
Chlorinator.
Chloroform her. You can't make chloroform out of chlorine. What the hell's wrong with you?
From Season 2, we have Live Saul Cam, which, like the title suggests, just shows security cam footage of Saul during his off time in the
I have to see
office.
those.
Next, there's Fernando, featuring one of Saul's commercials. And yeah, you kind of get the idea with Season 2 here. Most of these are just Saul-related ones about how Wendy gets out of jail or various adverts and such, like with his case covering the Wayfarer disaster. However, the final minisode of Season 2 is very interesting. Titled Team Science, it's actually a cartoon created
Oh.
and narrated by Jesse. And we get a semi-canon version of Walt in The Walking Dead, kind of. Jesse becomes a
The Walking
superhero
Dead?
called Rewindo and is the sidekick.
Oh,
for
because
this
they're
version of
walking.
Walt, known
AMC
as
also
Mr.
made Walking
Chemistry.
Dead. Okay.
Apology Girl is Jane's alter ego, and Badger and Skinny Pete even appear with their own powers as well.
Oh,
as
slay.
members of a superhero group known as Team Science.
Hell
The last two
yeah, Team
minisodes are from Season
Science.
3 and are also both just adverts of Saul. One covering a
Mm.
story about 2
I love
boxers,
Team
and
Science.
the other,
Alright,
strangely
for
enough,
this, I
about him
wanna-
trying to become a weight loss coach. Dean Norris cameos. Yep, again, one of the classic Breaking Bad memes coming from Dean Norris's cameo. There are some greats here, not even just this classic clip.
Walt, I don't know, man. You've been seeming sus lately. It's almost like we have an imposter among us. I saw that you wanted. Don't lie to me, Walt. You sussy baka. All right, attention, Sussy Gussie from
Sussy Gussie! That's what I called him. I called him Sussy Gussie all the time.
Sex Trader here. Quandale Dingle just told me to check out at Goof Gunk on YouTube. And that he was going to Ohio to get Reese's Pieces and light
Reese's
silicone.
Pieces.
My balls itch. Bottom text.
Talking Bad and Talking Saul. Inspired by the success of
Sussy Baka.
Following Walking Dead
Calling
episodes titled
Walt a Sussy Baka is actually so fucking. You're being a little sussy. I don't know, Walt. You're being a little sussy.
for both Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul.
Imagine if he actually did that in the show.
That night's episode, as well as additional behind-the-scenes footage and insights from cast and crew. Sometimes even interviews with prominent actors, directors, and writers as well. Breaking Bad scenes that look like GTA missions. This title is basically just what it says. Many comments and compilations of scenes from Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul for that matter, they look like the opening cutscenes for when you walk into a mission.
They kind of do, low-key.
Example, like literally everything feels exactly like a GTA cutscene to the
Wait,
highest order. Like,
yeah, that kind of does look like a GTA fucking opening cutscene to a mission, bro.
The way he just walks out as he's still talking is just great. Blue meth is rock candy.
Yes.
This is a pretty well-known fact by now, but yes, the blue meth in the show is actually just blue-colored rock candy. Some places even sell bootleg replicas of this rock candy to look like Heisenberg's signature blue. Cranston revealed members of the crew, including notably Aaron Paul, like to eat the rock candy while filming, saying, quote, "We use cotton candy flavored rock candy. It's vile tasting pieces of sugar. And in the 16th,
What do you mean? That's
17th
delicious.
hours,
Actually, I don't
some
really
days
like
working on the show,
cotton
I
candy
first noticed
flavored
Aaron Paul
candy.
taking a handful of
It's
products
kind of
that he was
nasty.
making, and he's eating it and he's like, I just need some sugar. I'm crashing. I tried it,
I'm
and then
crashing
pretty
out,
soon the
dude. I need
entire crew
sugar.
was eating the sugar because we were all exhausted. We
Yeah,
wanted the sugar
exactly.
rush to get us through the night. Game of Thrones versus Breaking Bad drama. No doubt the early 2000s to the late 2010s was the golden age of drama TV, and possibly the peak of television as a whole. I mean, both Breaking Bad and Game of Thrones were airing at the same time, which during that
Game
time,
of Thrones
they were both
crashed and
considered to be
burned,
two of the
though.
best TV shows not just currently airing, but of all time already. So of course there were ongoing debates between which one was the better show.
Oh, it's
Game of
Breaking
Thrones
Bad.
quickly became one of the most popular shows ever. Meanwhile, Breaking
Game of
Bad
Thrones
the
was
most
good.
critically acclaimed. However, in the end, only one
In the
show
beginning.
ended up sticking the landing and aging gracefully. And
Exactly.
It wasn't Game of Thrones, which
Nope.
completely fumbled, despite
It
early
did
seasons
fumble.
of the show being, I would
So
say,
sad.
just as good as Breaking Bad. The Walking Dead
It was really good. I love a good
so I already
fantasy
talked about that
too.
Walking Dead reference in the Team Science minisode, but there is another
So
well-known
sad.
Easter egg that connects the two franchises, and has led people to creating some pretty crazy and outlandish theories. This is because Heisenberg's signature blue meth appears in Season 2, Episode 2 of The Walking Dead, giving
What?
people the impression that these two shows take place in the same universe, and that Breaking Bad is possibly a prequel to The Walking
Prequel
Dead.
to Walking
Now,
Dead.
obviously it's just
Interesting.
a small little Easter egg, and definitely a cool nod to the series, though this hasn't stopped people from theorizing that Walt
Walking
himself
Dead
is
is
the
not
cause
even
of
that
the
good
zombie
though.
outbreak, with his blue meth allegedly being
I
directly
started watching it like
responsible, or that the
really long time
company
ago,
previously
and I
co-founded
never
in the
finished it because I was
past
like,
Grey
"This is
Matter
boring.
was
I don't want to
somehow
watch this
responsible.
anymore."
Fat Todd.
Fat
So
Todd,
this is another
classic.
well-known meme in the community, related of course to Jesse Plemons' appearance in 2019's Breaking Bad sequel film El Camino, which contains various flashback scenes of when Todd and his gang kidnapped Jesse, except the actor noticeably put on quite a few pounds, leading him to be dubbed as Fat Todd, as he clearly looks different in this movie compared
Fat
to
Todd
the
is a little
last few
different than
episodes
regular
of the
Todd,
final
though. I
season.
appreciate
I'm
Fat
sure
Todd.
Jesse Plemons had other roles at the time, so there wasn't much he could do here, and it doesn't really matter that much. I mean, Jesse is supposed to be like, what, 25 here, when the actor is like 40 in real life, and Bryan
Yeah,
Cranston
true.
is clearly wearing a bald cap here, so... Also, Jesse Plemons,
a pretty
the
good
actor
bald
who
cap,
played
though.
Todd, still killed it in this movie. I actually
did.
think my favorite scene of the whole thing might just be the one where he sings Sharon
Yeah, when he
and I together
sings.
while Jesse is in the trunk with a dead body.
Yeah.
Classic.
He really does not give a fuck.
Nacho and Lalo reference Breaking Bad. What's really crazy is a throwaway line during Saul's introduction in Season 2's Breaking Bad episode Better Call Saul led to two extremely iconic characters of the Better Call Saul series. I know the way I phrased that was a bit confusing, but yeah. It also led to one of the best antagonists in the history of this franchise.
No, it wasn't me. It was Ignacio. He's the one. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Ay, siempre soy amigo. Siempre, siempre
Shut
soy
up,
amigo
man.
del cartel. Shut up. I just speak English. Lalo didn't send you? No, Lalo?
Clearly they had no plans when they wrote
Hmm.
this dialogue, but they took this and made two amazing characters out of it.
I haven't
So,
watched Better Call Saul
unironically,
yet,
bravo
so.
Vince and Peter Gould and everyone else involved in Better Call Saul. Tier 3. Turning Mr. Chips into Scarface. So this is in reference to a Vince Gilligan quote, his tagline he used when pitching the show to studios, saying, quote, "This is the story about a man who transforms himself from Mr. Chips into Scarface." Mr. Chips, for those who are unaware, as
Who's
was
Mr.
I,
Chips?
is, as far as I can tell, a character from a 1939 film titled Goodbye Mr. Chips, about an old retired school teacher who looks back on his life as he's dying.
Hmm.
Audition tapes. As this
Interesting.
entry suggests, a lot of the audition tapes for the various actors and actresses who were cast to play their roles in the show were released as extras in some of the home video releases, including Dean Norris, Aaron Paul, Betsy Brandt, and Anna Gunn. Unfortunately, we don't have one for Bryan Cranston as far as I can tell. Lego Breaking Bad. Over 11 years ago, in 2013, a man named Brian Anderson created a great Lego game parody video featuring Breaking Bad, which has amassed at this point over 4.3 million views, including a character select screen as well as actual loading screens, gameplay, and cutscenes.
That's actually
The
iconic.
real-life Walter White. As uncovered in a hugely popular video by Vice in
Yeah, I saw
2013
this
with
video
over
by Vice.
23 million views as of the time of writing, we have the true story of a real-life meth kingpin who shares the name Walter White. Coincidence or inspiration? I'll let you decide once you hear his story. In the small town of Bessemer, Alabama, a decade before the premiere of Breaking Bad, this guy
Alabama?
was allegedly making the purest meth around, so much so that he was known as a meth chef, not just a cook, who was also a family man
Bro's
that would
the
work
chef.
a regular job during the day and make meth at night. He even
Wait
had
a minute.
secret cooking technique using iodine crystals,
Wait a
which
minute.
improved and prolonged the high given by his product, a process he called bumping it or giving it legs. His meth wasn't the Heisenberg blue, but he says he's seen blue meth before, and that it is in fact possible to alter the color of the end result. Not only this, but according to him, he worked with a high-level distributor for 7 years, and never actually saw the man's face. Sounded a little like someone from Breaking Bad, and this isn't even where the similarities end. I definitely recommend watching this video if you haven't checked it out yet. Very interesting stuff. Color theory. Not even so much a theory as it is more so an integral part of the storytelling and foreshadowing prowess on display throughout both Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. Every color in the show has meaning and is meticulously chosen. This isn't just some theory proposed by fans, it's been directly stated by Vince Gilligan that he worked
Yeah, I
with
kinda
both
noticed the
costume
coloring.
and set designers to create certain color palettes that fit the characters as well as the narrative as a whole. Each character is even given their own specific palettes. I mean, just check out this graphic here, which just shows the slow darkening of Walt's clothing as
Yeah,
he morally
yeah.
also declines. We can also see here Marie is clearly the most
Skylar's
consistent of
always
the
blue.
characters in regards to color, basically only wearing purple. Jesse
Yeah.
wears a lot of reds and yellows.
Yeah.
Skylar a lot of blue. Hank more earthy tones.
I noticed that
brighter
Skylar
blues
always
and
wore blue.
oranges. Each color on its own also has its own meaning throughout the show. Yellow seems to represent anything related to the meth business, which is why Gus and Jesse often wear yellow, and even the Los Pollos Hermanos uniforms are yellow, as well as of course their yellow hazmat suits. Notably, Crazy 8 also wears a yellow vest and tries to kill Walter with a piece of a broken yellow plate. It also more generally in other pieces of media and fiction signals danger or fear, another common thing associated with Jesse, and of course with the meth business as a whole. And this is just with this one color. Pink, red, black, blue, purple, brown, they all have their own meanings, so I would definitely suggest checking out the Breaking Bad Wiki's extensive section covering all of the colors
The
if
wiki?
you want to learn more. If I was to
Okay.
talk about this right now, we would be here for literally ever, and there's a bunch more entries, so we're just gonna move on. Flawed Science and Mythbusters. So, while the show does revolve around chemistry, a lot of creative liberties were taken.
Alright,
in regards to
I
actual
think I'm done
applicable
with
science.
this.
Not just with the meth cooking recipes, but also with other various famous scenes, which have since come under some scrutiny, such as the fulminated mercury explosion scene. You know, the one where he tells Tuco, "This is not meth," before throwing it and causing a massive explosion, which probably would not work like that in real life, to say the least. Also, another example is the bathtub acid scene, in which Jesse pours acid over Emilio's body to dissolve it in his bathtub, which eats right through it and even the floor itself, and drops blood and guts onto the first floor of the house. This myth was busted in episode 206, the Breaking Bad special of Mythbusters, as it was determined that hydrofluoric acid cannot eat through a human body, a bathtub, and the floor beneath it. Still, the fact that they even tested this and had Aaron Paul and Vince on is just awesome. They also separately tested the fulminated mercury thing, which didn't cause an explosion as great as the one in the show, and actually had to be remotely detonated. That's not to say the science behind the fulminated mercury explosion
Alright,
isn't
I think I'm
accurate,
done.
though, to a degree, and we'll get to that a little bit later with a different real-life case. Felina
I like it though. I like it came out pretty
The last episode
good.
of season 5 and the finale of the Breaking Bad series is titled Felina, which at first glance might seem
Spoilers,
like an
spoilers,
odd title, but it
spoilers.
actually has an interesting double.
I mean, this whole video is spoilers. Alright, I'm done with my photo editing stream. I like... This one's pretty good. This one's pretty good. The rest, this one was cool looking. These two, I don't know about. This one's alright. It is what it is. Alright, I'll see you guys back at 8 o'clock. Playing the Yakuza. Thank you for the follow. Ted blah blah blah. Snowflake person. Thank you for the follow. Oh god. I don't know why I had that song stuck in my head. I don't wanna do your dirty work. Oh, yeah. Anywho, I'll see y'all tonight. Thanks for watching.